Yes. I've been saying that
I think Tucker may have mentioned something about that.
Yeah, but Tucker, you have to remember, is a whiny bitch.
This is true.
And the only one that whines more than Tucker, well, I'll let you fill in the blank. But we all know who it is.
Is it me?
You whine at me. I whine about you whining at me.
Yep.
And then you whine about me whining about you whining
Exactly.
at me.
I love it.
It all comes back to you.
It all comes back to the fact that we're a bunch of little bitches.
Y'all's whining bitches. Alright.
That's
Fake
Giles,
keepers, Kyle! Kyle, pick the timekeeper.
No, I
Tucker.
didn't pick it. Remember?
Tucker!
No, remember it was last timekeeper gets to pick it. That's what you said.
No, the last fake keeper picks the timekeeper.
I thought that's only if the fake keeper's the same as he was last time.
You know what though? That does sound fair. If the fake keeper comes up twice, then the last timekeeper picks. All right, time fucker, pick.
Time fucker.
Kyle does it.
No,
I can't, I'm the fake keeper.
Can't pick the fake keeper.
That's
Tucker, the time fucker. Oh my god, that sounds like an evil gnome.
That's gonna be a character now.
Oh no.
There's Chronomancer. Oh,
Yep.
it's gonna be so good.
My name is.
I've thrust my dick into the space-time continuum and now I'm here.
After we save the friggin' world, just this idiot just comes out of nowhere.
That's gonna be Friar Tucker, the time fucker.
Yes.
You know who I am? I fertilized the Middle Ages.
Friar Tucker is not actually a big guy. He's actually just a really heavyweight gnome.
I don't appreciate that.
Oh god.
My name's
We
Friar
are
Tucker,
2 minutes into this recording.
the time fucker. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to another wonderful session of Eclipsian Lyceum, where nothing will get done and everything will be avoided. Okay.
Tucker the time fucking gnome.
Tonight with us, we have the beautiful and constantly whining Necrophiliac. Say hello, Necro.
Thank you. It's your boy Deadlifts, otherwise known as Necro Jacked.
Yes.
I hope you appreciate that line because it's fucking stupid.
We also
That was good.
have with us tonight the very darkly tanned Mexican man from Texas, Ilaria, also known as John.
I'm not Mexican. I'm black.
Don't be
Part
hard
of
on
me wants to
yourself.
say, what's the difference? You're both
We
minorities.
get it. We can't see you. All right, keep going.
All right. Then you got Kyle. He really not
Yo.
important.
Milk toast.
Spelled with a Q though.
He has no soul. And then we got with us tonight the guy that you will constantly hear going hom nom 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 nom, or
Okay, I actually meant to say something about this.
it's Tackleberry, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand.
If I start breathing like that, tell me.
It's a sandy
I-
dragon.
If we tell you, then how are we supposed to complain about it later?
That's right.
Precisely.
We need to keep the ammunition fresh.
That's right. And somewhere in the background, there's a dork named Zook. Say hello, Zooker. You fooker. Yeah, fuck you too, buddy. Alright.
The hell are you
Indeed.
talking about? He's not here.
Did he leave
I thought he
already?
was hiding in your closet.
Oh, he's still here.
Alright, shut up, Tucker. Kyle, how about a recap, good friend?
Oh boy. Last time I missed the last half of the session, didn't I?
I would say like the last fifth. It wasn't a whole lot.
Trying to remember what we did before that. Oh! Sollyn spent a whole lot of time doing nothing around the Lyceum. everyone else managed to not get into war with Arethel. And we caught the drow matron. And we tied her up, and I think we brought her back to the Lyceum.
JR?
Yes.
It's about that time I
Where?
started.
Family.
That's Kyle,
Who, me?
not
That's me.
Uncle.
That's...
We're talking about
Yeah.
fucking Uncle Necro. Jesus Christ.
I thought we were
I am
talking about
back.
Kyle.
Why are we talking about me?
We don't even know.
We love you.
Jesus.
I'm so confused.
We're so
I can't
smart.
be expected to keep things straight, okay?
We're the
I'm not
smartest
terribly
fucking
straight
people in the
myself.
world.
Well, you're doing a bad job keeping it gay too. Just fucking do something.
I'm halfway there. That's where I'm comfortable.
Well, I'm the other half. We gotta make it me.
All right, now I need to know immediately who was saying what about me.
We were wondering
We're
where
just-
you went.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were talking about Kyle.
Necro
I
thought
asked
we were talking about
Uncle
Kyle.
go, and Necro started talking about you saying you were leaving when he meant Kyle.
Well, I had to go check my deadfall trap. I just caught something.
Nice.
Uncle, we told you can't catch children like that anymore.
I didn't. I caught a cat.
Morally and law.
I caught
morally
a
and
big-ass
lawfully, there's a whole lot of
orange
issues with
tabby cat.
Was he
Nice.
asking about Liz Lasagna?
I knew there was something hiding in my garage, so I set a trap. It was beautiful. It was a hamper
How'd you
basket.
know when it went off? Did you set an alarm up to it?
Yes, I had a little string on a bell. And I put a big stone on top of the hamper basket, and then I put both some meat and some veggies and nuts in there. So it was a wild array of whatever they wanted.
Oh, I was gonna. For some reason there, it just didn't click. I'm like, why'd you put nuts out? Cats don't eat nuts. And I'm like, oh shit, you didn't know what it was.
Yeah. And then I heard the little bell ring, and then there was a knock on the door, and I was like, hey, the bell's ringing, and there's something really pissed out in the garage. And I'm like, all right, I'll be back. This recap is worth missing, I'm sure. Nobody
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
cover anything.
It was
important.
nothing worth a...
Yeah, I figured. I assumed it was a big gamble, but I was willing to take the risk.
You know what they say about assumptions, Uncle.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, I haven't got one of those, a good one of those in yet in a while. Thanks for reminding me.
Of what? Assumptions? Assume me. There we go.
I'm looking out for him now.
Whenever John types that, he is saying that you are an ass and so am I.
Yeah.
Whenever John types that, he's just like, look at me, I'm being a cock.
Okay.
Pretty
So,
much.
yeah, so the very last thing, did you guys actually cover what the very last thing was? Because I don't think Kyle probably would have been able to cover it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we
covered
told
stuff you
him.
missed.
Okay. All right. For people on YouTube, nothing really major happened. Don't worry about it. The story, the characters, they're not really that important.
Before we get into it, John, you did check the spells to make sure nothing changed with the new layout?
All of it changed.
You don't have to tell us twice.
All
No,
of
it should be
changed.
good. The only thing that's different and kind of fucked up, but I don't know how to fix it, is there used to be a misc spot to put in like extra spells per day. Like if you had like me with my drow spells, that disappeared, but it's still counting them. So I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm glad I keep track of them on a separate thing, because that means some of my, well, no, I have it as a domain thing, so it doesn't really need to worry about it for now.
God damn, Roll20 is fucking going slow loading shit.
See, it's not just me. Not just me and Tucker.
Well, it's not the browser. It's just they're loading the handouts when you open them.
I know, it was, I thought it was really weird, like, working in the handouts, it just feels like it's moving really slowly. I was just checking with a random spell.
Boom.
That being said, next person to get hit by that acid.
Yeah, 3 points of damage. They're in big trouble.
Magic
That's a
item.
whole...
Magic item, the coin of many sides. It always
Okay.
falls on the same side, but which
All
side
right.
is that? It's randomized.
All right, let's start early today, and let's not wait for the full hour. Okay.
Only 52 minutes of it.
Okay, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Nutella.
For the booty. Okay. So I guess we should start with, let's see, who should we start with? Oh, all the Cabal is down here in Eclipsia, except
No.
for 2.
Yes.
I am speaking now, you be quiet.
Oh.
The 2 people, well, technically it's more than 2 people. Technically, the entire Cabal is down here except for 4 people. So technically only half the Cabal's in Eclipsia and the other half is in Shady Bower. So Fate Keeper, give me a 1 die 2. 1 for Eclipsia, 2 for Shady Bower to see who we start with first. Okay, we're starting with Shady Bower. That's who we're going to start with regardless of the roll. But now I don't have to feel quite as much like a tyrant.
Roll. It doesn't mean anything, but I hope it makes you feel better.
That is exactly how American politics work.
Yes, gives you the illusion of choice.
Alright. Oh my god. Gotta kill Navi. Oh, that's right. I forgot to do that with Navi. Alright, Navi's familiar is just gonna stay dead for a couple weeks.
Familiar died.
I mean, Erediz.
Yes.
Familiar died, yeah.
Necro.
Unless you're
killed
saying
it.
that Navi was the wizard the entire time,
Navi's
Oh, well.
familiar.
and she was just using Erediz to cast her spells.
Alright. I'm gonna
Oh,
give
that would be
everybody
such a
vision.
twist.
Everybody don't need vision. This is open to everybody, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Just do
so.
vision on Bob.
Alright, now fuck it. Bob has no vision.
Fuck Bob.
Good. Bob's an asshole.
It's true. The only thing he sees is hate and malice.
Hate and malice. Okay, we're gonna put some more people here, though. Yeah, ooh, look at all those anonymous people. They're all sorts of townsfolk here. They're congregated. They're like, oh my, there's people up there. Got some more NPCs. Let's see. We got where are we at? Leriel. Shady
Leoba
Bower.
came over and talked to us, by the way.
Lady, let's see, yep, we got Leoba. Got tokens for everybody now. Hey guys, I want to ask you, do you like having unique tokens, or would you rather just have these cool square ones for everybody?
I think having the circle ones are good for picking out in battle.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, that's what I was checking.
They should be yellow.
You know.
Yellow blends in too easy with pretty much everything.
They
Yellow
should
is
be
unfamiliar.
sangria.
Scooby-dooba-doo. Scooby-doo. Scooby-doo. Alright. Got that's there. We got some Oscars. And we got some Leonards. Alright, Oscar and Leonard's there. And then Lady, where the fuck her face is up here talking to Douche Nozzle McGee. Alright. With, yeah, we're going to put that douche nozzle up there too. Alright. Let the douching begin. Session 78 begins now. Ilaria and Kurtal returns to the humid, dank hole, stank hole that is Shady Bower. There are woods everywhere. This is all as grass. You're on a flat top, on top of a hill. Hill goes down towards the town. There's people over there. This is full of workers. There's a bunch of tents here. There's clear, excavated, flattened land here, being prepared to lay a large foundation for a house that will never be finalized.
It was a thought.
And
I thought we chose all this stuff for that.
Then on the far other side, you guys said something about magical plumbing, and then you never clarified exactly what you were doing magically.
We said that was going to be after we got the wet plumbing.
Oh, okay.
Basically, we get it set up for wet plumbing, and then the device for wet plumbing is literally just one of those decanters of endless water.
So you don't want a water tank, you just want the plumbing put in.
Yeah. I mean, that's
That
really all we
shit
need if we
clogs.
get...
We're going to be in a load of trouble.
Okay.
It literally can't. It can become a geyser. It will not clog.
Okay. All right.
You underestimate what can come out of us.
And
I mean, we probably should have it cleaned, regularly, but...
that'll be Tucker's
We'll rent
job.
out an Erudian to clean it for us.
Okay.
Can we summon a plunger archon?
So Leoba runs up, and she tells you that, her daddy's going to be mad at you. Because you didn't tell her or warn him before you brought somebody big and important here, and then that's when you noticed there's somebody over there. Not in armor, like the token shows, but rather just in a very nice long sleeve tunic and with a waist belt and very fancy pants. Fancy pants! Leather pants with beautiful embroidery that says Harpo Killog on each leg, and Royal right across the codpiece. Okay.
Really?
Well, I didn't call him.
Okay.
Neither did I.
I suppose we should go up and try and defuse the situation before it becomes inflamed.
I suppose so. Be on your guard, I'll whisper to Kurtal.
It's hard not to be when you...
asked Leoba.
It's sort of a universal rule we have.
We've had a rough couple days. Been a lot of imposters lately.
I died.
Just look at him like, you have to tell everyone.
Well, Leoba's eyes widen a little bit, and just like, okay. She backs up and is like, all right, let you weirdos go. She trots back to the group. And Kurtal marches immediately, struts forward, spinning circles every once in a while, like song of music, the sound of music. La, 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 the hills are alive. All right.
Hey, can I make a perception check?
No.
Okay.
Can I?
Yes.
Yay.
You both can perception check as you approach. What you see is you see Lady Liuva. You see Thrathric. Oh my god.
Thrathric.
You see two Hillards, which there's now a handout for them. If you want to know something about under the bestiary. And their faithful Zadmiran warhounds at their side. Okay.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's anyone I don't recognize immediately, like looking at the townsfolk that I've gathered, see if there's anyone that looks out of place. That's what my perception check will be.
There is a very important man here, also. Your architect. His name was
I wanted to say it was like Lawrence or something.
Secret Drow McDrow face.
His name was Larry.
Sure.
You just said Larry because you don't want to agree with me.
Larry. That's his nickname. Okay. There is nobody else around. You do, with that perception check, recognize somebody. You recognize Harpo.
Yeah.
Well, gee, fucking golly, Batman.
Okay. All right, let me check the disguise checks and see if you pass them. Highest you got was a 20.
If it's a dragon in disguise, I get a +2.
Yeah, it's true.
If it's someone they're familiar with, they get a +2.
Okay.
Plus as well, rather.
All right. Fortunately, there's nobody there they're familiar with.
Fair.
Indeed.
Okay. Alrighty. After looking everyone over during your approach, you come up to them and you recognize, like I said, you recognize Harpo and Lady Liuva and Thrasric and Larry, along with half dozen other workers that are keeping their distance. They're working. As far as you can tell, even though Harpo is not in his armor or anything like that, it's Harpo. And it's Lady Liuva. It's Thrasric. And it's Larry. Okay. Lady Liuva is smiling and talking somewhat awkwardly. As you know, Ilaria, she was never one for the best at social discourse. But she seems to be doing her best, and a pretty good job of it, as to suddenly be presented with a king in their own little town. Why would a king come to their little town? Why wouldn't he go to Leriel proper? And of course, it's to see the wizards. Of course, all right. Harpo, of course, when he sees you guys approach, will turn and glance your way. One of the dogs will look at you and lick its big, moist, slobbering chops.
I pet the dog if it looks like it wants to be pet.
It looks like it might let you pet it.
Handle
It
that.
doesn't. Nah, I'm not going to. It's a warhound. You don't fuck with them if they're not obviously wanting you to do something.
That's right. Harpo will turn and look at you guys and take you in. And a large smile will spread across his face. The scar on his left cheek hasn't really faded much, but maybe marginally, but it's still kind of dark, though it is fully healed.
Can't say I'm not surprised. Harpo, what are you doing here? Not that I'm not happy to see you, of course.
Ilaria, Kurtal, it's so good to see you. And he will step towards you and look like he's going to hug you. Do you try to do a kung fu move on him?
No, this guy
I'll
could
take-
body me.
I take the hug first. I step in, so I'm the one that he hugs first.
Yeah, fuck Kurtal. You get the hug first.
There's other reasons, but yeah, go on. Don't necessarily trust him, and I'm the most likely to withstand anything. Spell resistance and such.
I want him to roll CMB to suplex Ilaria.
Okay. He grabs you and gives you a big hug. And squeezes you nice and firm.
Mm-hmm.
You look different.
It's been a hard couple years. I'm sure you can agree.
Man, no kidding.
Kurtal. He'll glance up at your third eye and then smile at you and give you a hug. I hope you don't
Sorry, I
mind.
had to mute myself for a second.
Okay. Did you want to respond to that?
And Kurtal will just give Harpo the bro hug if he's offering it. Just, it has been too long, Harpo. It's good to see that you're healthy.
Yes. Actually, putting on too much weight.
Well, sitting on the throne all day will do that for you, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say. You two look very good. I wish I could have come sooner and under different circumstances.
I can hazard a guess as to what the circumstances were that brought you here.
Well, I'm out. Then he turns and walks away. And Larry goes off to do more work.
And just while Kurtal and him are talking, I'm going to be detecting magic.
Okay. You detect magic on Kurtal. You also detect magic on Lady Lyuva. Trace amount on an item, not herself.
Okay.
And on her earring. You detect no magic on Harpo Killog.
Okay.
He'll look over Lady Uther and say, excuse us. We're going to be busy for a time. Tell your husband that if I have time, I'll speak with him later. But I don't want to be disturbed. She'll nod and just back up. And then he'll gesture this way to move away from everybody a little bit.
Yep. I'll lead him rather like over here.
I was gonna say over the lab, maybe.
There's tents there, dude.
Yeah, they're all filled with tents.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Work
It's just
against
Okay. And just to remind everybody, the scale is off versus the tokens, so the tokens are enlarged. Okay. So, all right. He'll walk
Yeah,
off to
we're
you
not
by
that good at
yourself,
sprinting.
And the guards, the Zemir and Hillards, they kind of come down here, but they kind of separate and stay about 20, 30 feet away. Okay. Yeah. So, what was the last thing you said, Kurtal? I think you know why. I think I know why you're here, and
Last thing I said was that I can imagine why you've showed up. So yes.
and why is that?
You felt the same pangs that we all did when the culling happened. Well, that everybody else felt, at least.
He nods. Yeah. I felt them. I wanted to come after the first one, but I was in the middle of something very important. I couldn't leave. And then I felt the second one, and I thought I had to find a way to find out what was wrong. Who was it?
Well, first it was Ilaria, again.
Ew. Okay. Laria, look. Like, okay.
She got better, thanks to Vane. And then the second one was me, and Kurtal will lift up the mantle of the Bear King a little bit and show off the scar that crossed his neck.
Wait. So nobody died?
Oh no, we most certainly died.
Nobody's dead.
One of our Cabal mates' familiars died, trying to get Kurtal back, but other than that, no one's dead.
Not anymore, at least.
Yes, not anymore.
Sugarcane?
Sugarcane's
Ornery,
fine.
but alive.
It was, Iridia. I'm not sure if, I don't think you know of her. She had a little Azata, and, she passed. Hopefully she's able to get her back.
Fingers crossed.
Eridia, is she in the Cabal now?
Alright, nod.
Yeah. So, wow. I guess I don't have to ask how you've been then.
We're doing better now. We've just finished something that had a large weight on us.
Speak for yourself, I still have to see a couple of clerics about a few things.
Clerics?
I made some poor decisions, and coming back from the dead did not exactly help my my physical self. I have to get restored sometime soon.
Oh. Well. Where is everybody else?
Last we saw, they were at the Lyceum.
Yes, they're having a party. They're celebrating getting Kurtal back and finishing our last mission.
Has there been any other changes in the Cabal?
Did you meet Sollyn?
Sollyn.
Drider.
I don't believe so, no. Trider?
Drider.
Yes.
Spider person.
Why would you have a Drider in your Cabal?
Because we were assigned one.
Shrugs. Have you ever met a Drider or a spider person?
Harpo, I know you're aware of the situation with the drow coming to the surface, but it's might be worse than you have immediate knowledge of. I'm not sure what you've learned.
He'll glance over his left shoulder, then his right shoulder, checking the Hillards, seeing where they're at. Then I'll just kind of just pan around. I've learned a few things. What the fuck? Who just blew a snot rocket on Harpo?
Sorry, I was blowing my nose.
Okay.
That didn't treat you well, Kurtal.
He's still
Sorry, I
blowing.
thought I muted myself. I guess I didn't.
Okay,
It's all good.
that's alright. I've learned a few things. Why? You've learned things are bad?
They're a lot worse than we thought before.
Before we discuss particulars, I think we need to ensure that we're both who we think we are.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I guess you're right. So is it... You said everybody else is partying.
Well, partying, trying to unwind. Tomato, tomato.
Well,
Tell me something only me and you would know, Harpo. And and when I say that, I'm specifically thinking of a conversation me and him had when we were working on his second level spell. He told me why he was making it. So, like, if there's any mind reading, they're going to see that. And that's probably not what he's going to respond with. So that's how I'm going to try to trap someone that's sifting through my mind.
alright, very good. Something that only you would know. Something only you would know. We once went on a walk together around the Centaur town in the middle of the night, and that's when I told you some very important information about myself.
I don't know.
Do you want to go farther back?
Shrugs, I mean, that's probably the best we could get. I mean, you could be replaced, I suppose, but they would have had to siphon through your entire mind to get all that. I find it very unlikely that you were killed and then siphoned through
Kurtal.
without me knowing about it.
Kurtal. He'll look.
On the island, I volunteered to stay behind first and told you to run.
He nods. In Swallowfeld, there was a tiny little goblin woman. I never met her, but you told me about her once. Apparently she died. I was at the inn at the time. I was not well.
So it seems we all check out.
Oh. Ilaria?
Oh, she expected something from me now? Let's see. You think of something. I don't remember exactly what he told me, the reason for him making the spell. I just remember that he did. I remember the conversation, not the particulars. Let's see. Okay. During that walk, you confessed your feelings for me.
He nods. When will the others be returning? Or are you going back to the Lyceum? And what are you guys doing up here?
We were trying to set up our own home for the Cabal away from the Lyceum so we could practice our own things in relative security.
What, this place
Do you
is gonna
remember
be
Pat?
yours?
It is ours. The migrant has given us the property. We're developing it now.
The Duke.
The Duke, my mistake. I was out of it for a couple of days, so it slipped my mind.
He'll kind of turn and take in the place again, glance over at all the people gawking in the distance, and then nod. That's impressive. It's a pretty large lot here. I thought maybe you were building it for the Lyceum or something, but
This is ours.
No, we built it to get away from the Lyceum a bit.
maybe I'll be able to visit you more often then.
Perhaps.
Perhaps once we have it finalized. House is only now started being built.
Had a very long debate on plumbing.
Or not.
Well, I do not have too long, but I can stay for a while. When do you think the others will be returning?
I don't think they planned on coming here. We could go get them, but that would take probably 2 hours.
And Katrina is exhausted from having to port around all day. Not to mention with the fight.
Actually, yes, it'd probably take 3 hours.
Well, if Ilaria, if you want to go, I'm more than willing to stay here. Keep an eye on everything that's going on around.
Well, does Harpo have 3 hours? Or longer?
Technically, he doesn't. Harpo's still part of the Cabal.
That's true. 3 hours. I should be able to make 3 hours. I think. If you don't think it's possible, we don't have to. Try to visit another time.
Well, it should be. It's just the matter is I'll have to cast Teleport Raw, so it'll take me a while, and then I think they will likely as well, but they're much quicker at it than I am. I'll chuckle. I should get started. It was good seeing you. I'll be back. I'll just wander off a little ways.
Alright, and he'll ask you, Kurtal, which, do you guys have a tent here, or is there somewhere can we go to relax?
I can put something together. You don't know I have this one yet, do you?
It's his
And
favorite
Kurtal-
one.
And Kurtal will scoot him over a little bit. He's not bringing him downstairs, by the way. He's just standing by the door to get a little farther away from Ilaria.
Are you going to shoot a lot of sausages?
No, working on that later, though. And then he's just going to do a secure shelter, like right here.
Poof! And a house of sausage meat appears.
Technically, it would just be a very nice mud hut if we're going to base it on the materials in the area.
Okay. Well, he'll nod then. And he'll make a gesture to the Hillards, and one will kind of go around behind it, and the other will just kind of linger in the front. And then he'll go in with you. Now that's the one that's the full house, or the full cottage?
It is a full shelter. It is a full cottage.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's something I picked up before we started the project here because we kept finding ourselves on the road with nowhere to stay.
Alright. Ilaria, make a concentration check to see if you fail the the teleport check.
Okay. I need a concentration check. Whack. Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh no.
Is concentration an opposing school for you, or conjuration?
Yes.
Alright, you have a -2 penalty on that.
What's the DC?
The TC is 10 plus spell level.
Just make it. Literally just.
Okay. You barely pull it off. Okay. Fate Keeper, I need 2d100, please.
Is this and we're in the eyes? What?
We are in the middle of a full moon, I do believe. Or at the very end of one, I'll double check.
Isn't a full moon good for us? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, advantage, duh. Oh, look at that! Choose whichever one you want.
Okay. So it's pretty clear what you're getting. What is
Luckily, I'm very familiar.
the current full moon was the 8th. And what's the date? The 11th. Also, today's the last day of the full moon. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Alrighty. So you teleport back. Poof! You return to Lyceum. Alright, that's an hour and a half later, or however long. Alright, meanwhile, Kurtal. Make a diplomacy or a social check. You can pick which one. If you want to try to intimidate Harpo, you can. To build rapport. It's been a while. Harpo is back. there's anything you want to specifically do or say, you can describe it to me during this time.
Harpo. I'm trying to think of what Harpo knows versus what I can tell him. I suppose I have to keep the details somewhat vague because the Lyceum probably doesn't want keen on it. Alright, so first thing, Kurtal did mention about how there was drow activity, and he'll say, well, because the Lyceum is trying to stay tight-lipped about it, with their policy on neutrality, I can't say much, even if you are my Cabal mate. I will say this, though, the drow have very deeply integrated themselves with politics in the Northern Harn, and it's becoming a problem.
Okay. Alright, 23 is pretty good. With your rep bonus. Alright.
Then he'll just say, on a positive note, however, I am learning more about my family's history.
Whoever's typing, can you mute yourself, please? Alright.
Come on, John.
It's not me.
And,
Tucker, tell your friend to stay in the closet, goddammit.
okay, so you get to, you can tell him one thing and ask him two things if you want, up to.
Alright.
Specifically, you have time to tell him, or actually, just 3 total. You can tell or ask up to 3 things of information. What do you want to do?
Well,
or you don't have to. You can just say just chit-chat. It doesn't matter.
Well, first thing I tell him is that the drow have deeply integrated themselves in politics in Northern Harn.
Okay. How much do you go into detail there? Do you discuss your recent walk?
Kurtal doesn't know the full details on that just yet himself. He'll only know the basics, but the drow are replacing people. That's about as far as I know. I was dead for 3 days, so I don't have the full information.
Okay.
Well, how about you, Harpo? How are your children? How's your wife?
Well, you have to ask the tough questions, don't you? I gotta look up his fucking children's name. I forget already. Oh my god, it's not on Rika's handout.
What'd you
We're in
ask
trouble
him?
now, people.
I was asking
ask him?
Harpo
Might
how's
be
the
a
fam.
Oh. She had kids, remember?
Let me find it.
Yeah, I wonder how they're doing.
I should have. Oh yeah, okay, all right. Son and daughter. Dead. Oh no, that's dead. Okay. Okay. That's right. Stout crown. Yes. Dothravane is doing great. They both are. Dothravane is strong and energetic. Always get into trouble.
Sounds about right, coming from you.
He seems pretty sociable, so that's good. They both do. They don't seem to have any problems there. And Eclipsia is very, very talkative.
Well, she'll make a great politician someday.
I don't know about the others. How have they been?
For the most part, they've been doing all right. Poogie's doing well. She's still suspended because of, well, you, in a roundabout way. But she's content, I think. Very upset with me, given how I died. And,
Okay, and he will also ask you then about his children, how she's handling the children, and what they've been up to.
well, the children are fine. Last we checked in on them, they were rambunctious, to put it in a word. Remarkably clever, though. They were setting traps and everything.
It must be the goblin side of them.
Well, they had to get their cleverness from somewhere, and between you and Poogie, those kids are going to terrorize the world, honestly. As for why I died, it was because I was looking for purpose, to put it bluntly. After everything that happened in Swallowfield and everything that's been developing recently, I thought of myself as nothing more than a murderer, and I couldn't handle myself. So I was trying to see if I could redeem myself before I tried to throw myself off the edge of a cliff.
Is this going to be the third thing you tell him about?
I thought he was asking me something. Because he asked the two questions, how are the kids and
Okay.
how did you die?
All right, what's the third thing you would like to tell or ask him?
Trying to think of something significant that he would want to know. Let me check my notes really quick. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think, because he already knows about the drow, and I can't tell him everything, because I don't know if they're deep in his politics yet. And I don't want to tell him about the whole Web of Light deal and what we found. Because I don't know if Lamron's going to get in on that.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta be a little... She seems to be on our side right now, but we still don't want to give her all the information.
Okay, so how much
There
do
we
you
go.
say?
Here's something I will mention. And it might deal with Harpo, because he is somebody who's going to be importing and exporting stuff. Well, you know about Darkwood, right? The material?
Yes.
This is leading up to what Kurtal's going to tell him, by the way. Not the question. Well, there's a place called Falcon's Hollow, which is a huge Darkwood distributor for the area. Unfortunately, the area has been seized control of by a fellow by the name of Peyton. Goes by Boss Peyton in the village. And it's pretty easy to think that he's not a good person. We think that he's been corroborating with the drow. If not directly, then not very far off. Well, we know that he was working with the block-offs.
Yeah, no, I was just giving you a hard time.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, cool.
we were specifically told that he wasn't working with them, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if not directly, then not terribly far off.
Okay, continue.
Which is what Kurtal is leading into with the rest of it.
Yeah.
What we did learn is that Peyton is a member of the Merchants Guild, or whatever the proper title is. So, if he's guilty or not,
Which
there might
merchant's
be...
guild?
Did we get the name, or was it just like the
Yes, we
Merchants
did.
Guild? What was
We
it?
got a
So-
name. Ah, good.
Well, I don't have that down.
You're on your own, buddy.
I don't know if I have it down. I probably do, but you know, I have this last couple arcs have been literally pages upon pages every session.
I want to say it was Arethel, but I don't think that's right.
No.
I'll roll a wisdom check just to give it the attempt.
All right, go ahead.
2. Come on. Come on, drop down menu. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's above 15. That's usually what the limit is. Okay. Alrighty. Let me look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking too for you, man.
I just gotta open the right character sheet here. Hold on. Alright, close your eyes, YouTube. Close your eyes. Whoa.
No.
Okay. The Trade Masters Consortium.
Oh yeah, I was thinking consortium, but I had no idea what else that was part of that.
It was the something
Did you guys know the
consortium.
Trade Masters part, or did you just know Consortium? You might have just known Consortium.
I think it was just called the consortium.
So, yeah, now that I remember that, I don't think you guys have heard the Trade Masters, so just say the Consortium.
Did we learn what? Did we learn what that woman in Arethel, what her trade guild, or is she the leader of a trade guild, or is she just a wealthy merchant?
She was part of a guild, but they never said which guild.
Okay.
It was the consortium, I believe, was the title.
There's
Anyway.
just one.
That's all we heard. We had more pressing matters at the time. I'm mentioning it because since you're the king of Azadmir, you might have to deal with them, and if that's the case, either through Peyton or through their own means, the drow may have found a way in. I'm not saying Peyton is directly working with them, but we know that he had dealings with people who were. And it's very easy to go for that one degree of separation.
Maybe that's why things are so quiet in Azadmir right now. I've been really suspicious because everything's been very quiet now. At least down below and well up above too. Did you hear about Caldor?
Enlighten me. It seems something new about Caldor or Thule happens every other day and I miss it.
He shrugs. I own it now.
Oh yeah, that. I did hear about that. I'm sorry that it had to come to that, by the way.
I am too. I'm sorry that they let themselves fall that far. You'd be surprised the things I uncovered there during the raids. But
Honestly, with everything I've seen recently, no. More of Harn's history is buried than I thought was possible.
things are going really good right now. There's the war's over now with Caldor. There's no fighting down below, and Thule, I've already negotiated with them from the invasion they did into northwest corner there above Sollefeld, and it looks like they're going to back off without and return the land without me having to escalate it. So things have been really quiet, and there was one thing that I'm still dealing with, but that's it. So I've been suspicious about the drow, though. Why things are so quiet down below, and maybe that's why. Maybe they're messing around over here now.
Well, it's either they're trying to infiltrate quietly, which, if I were to take any guesses from Ilaria's behavior, is what I would wager they're doing, or they've already got enough up here that they're confident in what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you guys have been busy then.
More than you would think.
It'd be fun to go on a walk again.
I would say you're more than welcome to come along, but I know that you've got your own duties that you have to hold.
Well, I really can't. It's too risky.
Well, with the Lyceum and the fact that you're king of a notorious nation now.
No, just, well, I guess that's part of it. But I probably shouldn't have come here, but...
Your advisors wouldn't want that? And Kurtal is just going to sort of give him just a raised eyebrow when he says advisors.
Right. And I was really debating whether it was better to come here or not, even with the Cullens, because I know people are always watching for me. There's assassins everywhere, and they have trouble finding me, but they can track me through people I know. They'll watch them to find me.
It's not like we haven't attracted trouble before, Harpo. Our Cabal is rather notorious for it. Still is, honestly.
Well, hopefully there will be no trouble here. I'm hoping.
Well, not any more trouble.
That's why I can't stay too long now. It's too risky. I usually only have a short time wherever I visit.
I understand.
So, do we have... Well, tell me about your family. Okay.
Oh.
And you guys will continue conversing.
Yeah, Kurtal's gonna be a little down when he mentions how Harpo, or he remembers Harpo doesn't know what happened to his family.
He's like, alright, I'll take care of the Golden Panther for you. Just give me a little bit.
Shore up some stuff over here.
It's a shame you didn't choose to actually mention that as one of your main 3 things. He might have actually done something to help you there. But now, he doesn't care. It's not one of the main 3. Okay. Meanwhile, Ilaria is outside sweating profusely.
Pretty much.
As she tries to pierce the horizon. And it's like, no, it's too bright.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And finally, though, she goes poof and teleports to the Isle of Tranquility. Poof. She arrives at the Isle of Tranquility, gets on a fucking boat, and floats across to Eclipsia. The ferryman asks for a copper. A copper, please, would you, missus?
You give him a silver.
Yes! Sucker! Oh, God. Alrighty. And, alright, you're going to go to...
The tavern.
Yes. Okay. The tavern? Oh, where...
Yeah, that's where they said they were. We're going.
Huckleberry's throwing a party. Okay. Alright, so meanwhile, back to the other half of the Cabal. The other
Didn't
half...
you say I was throwing a party?
Yes, you did.
Oh. I don't remember that. But okay.
Sollyn is great at parties. You know, so many party tricks.
Are you sure? Because Rolun's like half dead.
You said that you didn't say party so much as you said I'm going to the bar. Who wants to have some drinks?
You used celestial healing on Katrina. I don't know.
And not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like
Uncle never increased.
three-fourths
Katrina's.
dead.
You're a dwarf. What else are you gonna do when you're fucked up other than get more fucked up?
Sleep. He should sleep.
Yeah, but you gotta do the first thing before you can sleep. That's called passing out. It's the dwarven tradition of going to bed.
He can pass out from sheer exhaustion, believe it or not.
Alright. Well, Iridia and Poogie are still fucking unconscious.
He's not gonna go drink while they're unconscious. For fun's sake, Uncle.
You already said you would.
You celestial
You
healing.
already said
Poogie.
you would. Yeah, she's healed.
God damn it!
Okay.
Yep, they're both healed. And,
To be fair, near the end of last session, you were getting pretty, you were just like, okay, I'm gonna do the thing, goodbye.
Okay.
I was tired, dude.
Yeah. So, alright, so Rolun, it's like, I got 3 hit points, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go get drunk and get rid of the rest of them.
Oh.
I need some dwarven healing potions now!
Yep.
Okay. And so do you want to revise that then, Tuckleberry?
Yes, he's almost dead. He wouldn't go get hammered.
Alright, Tuckleberry. What does Rolun do after they
Sleep.
teleport back?
Sleep.
Well, that's a big fucking surprise.
It's-
And
he
where
sleeps.
does the fuzzy monkey sleep?
You know, that's a good question. Are we going to stay in the ballrooms? Yes. No. Yes. Ballrooms. He's already there. He's not walking all the way.
I don't have to say shit. Most of the NPCs are like unconscious, so fuck it, I'm being quiet.
Sollyn's just gonna go where the fuck Rolling goes. He doesn't get. Let's just get this part that doesn't matter out of the way.
I mean, Sollyn's already there.
Let's just decide where we are so Ilaria can find us and we can leave that place.
Yes, it really doesn't matter. Just fucking pick.
I just did.
All right, where are you going?
I don't know. Let me think.
Cabal quarters. We're in the Cabal quarters.
You're in the Cabal quarters. Okay, Ilaria gets the Cabal quarters.
Lord.
Roland's asleep. What did Sollyn do immediately upon returning? He is full health and doesn't have a speck of dirt on him.
What do you mean? He's been here the whole time, hasn't he?
What's he been
He
doing?
never fucking left.
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably over in the corner knitting. He's got his like little glasses on.
Uh-huh.
Looks like an old lady in the body of a giant man spider.
Yes, so Katrina, while Roland sleeps, and Aradia sleeps, and Poogie sleeps, and Lealda cleans her weapons, because they didn't get a speck of dirt on them.
Actually, you know what? Someone would probably, while he's knitting, talk to Lealda about battle and technique and whatnot.
Okay.
Because they're both immensely strong.
There you go. Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Sollyn's got a strength greater than 20.
Katrina will also inform you of everything that happened, and how they got into a slight altercation.
Wow, and you all clean toilets.
Uh-huh.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
I wish all walks were that exciting.
Okay. Finally, Ilaria appears in the Cabal quarters. What does Ilaria tell them?
She walks in, tells the people in the main room, get their shit, goes into Roland's room, flips his bed, tells them get his shit. None of you guys flip his bed. He has a large bed.
Why?
What?
She's getting everyone up for. Harpo's in Shitty Bower. Get your shit.
Okay, well, at this point, everybody is awake.
Kidding.
Poogie's awake.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Get your shit. We're leaving.
Harpo's? Oh, come on, Roland!
He doesn't have long to wait, so we need to go now.
He get back up. He just throw the hood over himself like, fuck it, I'm into my hair for him.
Katrina will recommend leaving Aradia. She's not doing too good right now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't she be with Termiava? Because we're not retarded?
No, you are retarded, and she's not.
Alright, Termiava.
What are you talking about? You're in worse shape than anybody fucking here.
I think she would have some choice words to say to Harpo about Skaldor as well.
You ever seen the Doom icon at 10% health? That's you, Roland.
Yeah, I know. Now he woke me up. Fuck him.
And she flips the bed. Do 1 die 3 non-lethal damage, please.
I can't flip the bed. I'm not strong enough. I probably could if I really tried, but...
You pick up a pillow and you hit him. You knock him out.
Yeah, that's probably what I do, yeah.
You want me to flip the bed?
Because they have a double bed, so it'd be tough.
I can do it.
I take it you're going to let Katrina and Roland do the teleports back?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if we need more than 1 or not. 1, 2,
We do. We need 2.
Alright, so Fate Keeper, 2 die 100, and then 2 1 die 100. Please.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
50,
Oh,
34.
Oh, that's fine. Should be.
Mhm.
Wait,
All
why
right.
are you doing 2 die?
Because it's full moon, so we get favored rolls.
You should learn about the magic bonuses of the moon.
No, I do. I just forgot that we are in that now and Cabal 2 isn't.
Yes. Okay. You guys teleport back. Leaving Aradia behind, who is very upset and in her bed. Okay. And, let's see. Let me turn on the tokens. Poof. Poof. Why is there 2 Rolands here? Alright. Poof. Poof. Blah. Poof. Why is there 2 Chells? Poof. And there's no Sollyns. Okay. I need a Sollyn, please. Want to buy a Sollyn. Poof. There he be. Okay. I think that's everybody. Oh, wait. Forgot the
Hope so.
Poogie. I forgot the fucking Poogie one. The most important member of the Cabal. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure, Tate's like dead too.
Okay. When
Hey.
you guys return, everybody sees a crowd of people still milling about over there. You see a guy in chain armor, a chain shirt and leather armor, just sitting here petting a dog. Another one standing here petting a dog. And then you see a big fucking mud cottage just fucking plop down in the middle of nowhere.
I'd recognize what these guys are.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to run off for about an hour or so starting now. I'll try to make it as fast as possible.
Alright. Inhale that fucking food. Just go. Blah, 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 blah.
That's what I'm going to try and do. Be right back.
Alright. Why?
Because they're supposed to be mountain men. They have climbing rope.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
They do it Skyrim style and just ride their horse up the side of the mountain.
So you guys go in there. Poogie just fucking makes a beeline.
Mhm.
Hi, Harpo. She gives him a big hug, big kiss. Then she scowls at Kurtal.
He's leaning on Sugarcane. Sugarcane's leaning on him.
Kurtal, have you got your powers back?
It's been an hour, Poogie.
Well, you better hurry up, because you got Navi killed, and you're going to have to do something to heal her.
If I can find somebody to fix it up, then I will.
Well, alright. Anyway, Harpo. Want to go have sex?
He's got to make more babies.
Right to it. That's Poogie here.
Yeah. Okay, so what is Rolun's response when he sees Hoppy for the first time?
Why'd you wake me up?
He looks at Rolun coming in. He's fucking grimacing. He's got blood running down his face. God.
His hair is tangled, covered in blood because he was asleep.
Yeah.
And his hood's up. Yeah. Okay. So he's just watching, and he'll find a chair or the ground. He doesn't care. He'll just sit. Just fuck it.
Rolun, what happened to you?
Rescue mission. Oh, that was about. Hang on.
Did they save you?
Laurie laughs with that one.
But they should have.
Harpo smiles. Comes over, gives you a big hug, and squeezes.
He really has broken bones. Like, oh.
Then he slaps you on the back of the head. No, the back of the shoulder. Well, I know you're tough. You're a dwarf. Roller goes off to the corner, starts sobbing.
He's already on the floor. He's just doing it.
Okay.
There are a bunch of bunk beds in here that you can just climb into.
He's too tired.
Harpo will just pick you up and fucking throw you into a bed. There you go. You can
1d3
sleep there.
non-lethal damage.
He knocks his ass out.
Okay.
Night night, Rolling.
Katrina will smile at him and give him a hug and a kiss on the cheek. And just say it's good to see you again, Harpo. You look good and healthy. And he'll say that she looks beautiful as ever. She'll just nod like, yep.
Damn right.
Sugarcane will be like, rah! Where the fuck you been, motherfucker?
Yeah.
He looks worse than me almost too.
How far away is Sugar came from actually being able to talk?
He never will be able to talk.
Unless we enchant him.
But he understands a lot of languages. He's learned. You can teach him all sorts of languages. He just can never talk. He doesn't have the vocal cordages.
What if we magic him to where he can talk?
There's a permanent transmutation spell. If you do permanency, you can make them where they can permanently talk.
Yeah.
Isn't that anthropomorphism?
Would you make him talk like Gilbert Godfrey though?
I'd make him
Yes.
talk with the voice like he's got. Rah! Yeah, he'd be a little bit like Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah.
I like it. I might just do
Where the fuck you been, motherfucker?
Katrina! Katrina, feed me and polish my horn.
That's what Katrina hears when you hear rah rah rah. Okay. And then Sollyn decided to run off and take a dump in the woods before he met Harpo.
No, come on.
Yeah, I don't
Say hi to the
think
king.
we're gonna fuck around for an hour with Harpo. We'll see. And then Harpo meets Leola. And he'll ask if she's a new member of the Cabal.
Lealda is our custodian.
I just look at Kurtal like, she can talk to herself. I don't say that. I just look at you, and you instantly know that's what I'm thinking.
Yes, Ilaria looks at you with that smug, condescending look.
Pretty much.
And you look back at her with your smug, condescending look.
That's why we're friends.
Yes. Custodian. Harpo will look at Rolun like, are you trying to pass something?
I had drink in my mouth. That was a realization. Oh, that's right. That was before him.
Well, Rolun kind of sounded like he was passing something right there in bed.
No, I had a drink in my mouth. That's just a broken bow. It's Harpo re-broke.
That was a delayed effect for being turned into the bed. He kind of was in shock for like a minute and a half. And then finally it clicked and he was like, oh, goddamn. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what custodians are. Is that something new? Actually, yes. Yeah, I gotta find a way to differentiate Leola and Katrina better.
Yeah, you do. Fix it.
Okay. Actually, yes, says Leola. Custodians are a new thing for the Cabal, for the Lyceum. They're non-wizards. They're bound to the Cabal. To keep the wizards alive and out of trouble. I do the best, but sometimes Rolun likes to go to the front line. Harpo nods.
He'd put his hands up in like that really plaintive gesture, and he'd go, I offered.
Harpo looks kind of confused and says, wait, Rolun on the front line?
Mm-hmm.
Things have changed.
We're giving him shit for always being in the back. That is as a coward.
Right, but that's Rolun.
More ads.
Whoops, everybody's growing. Hold on.
What the fuck are you doing?
It really
Quit
is
clucking
good.
around!
It really is
I know
good.
you're doing it. Stop it.
It really is good seeing everybody again. I've missed everyone. Even you, Leola. Well, I've missed you too. She'll smile. I'm a little bit curious, though. What about? Well, I'm just wondering where your golems are. Oh, they're all around us. Can't you see them? Well, then she'll start looking around, being all fucking suspicious now.
Kurtal's just gonna kind of groan and put a hand over his face.
He's full of it. Harpo, you can't lie like that. If you're gonna lie, lie with me.
Jesus.
Pookie, would you like a glass of water?
That was good, man.
Rah! So, anybody, you guys start talking with Harpo. Harpo explains essentially what he told... Whoa. Stop clicking, Uncle.
Uncle, I told you stop it.
And he will essentially explain to everybody what he's already told Necro. Why he's here. He was worried about the Cullings. Turns out nobody really died anyway, except apparently Kurtal killed Navi. He really doesn't know Navi. He does ask about Aradia. You know, it's the only Cabal mate he doesn't know. And
What about Sollyn, Uncle?
What does everybody mention, Sollyn?
Yeah, we told
He's
him about
supposed
it.
to be right behind us, not taking a shit in the woods.
He had to take care of some business. Just let
He's
the man.
supposed to be right behind us.
Just hey. Alright. Spiders.
She had to stay behind. She wasn't feeling well after the. It was just today that our familiar died.
I imagine that's pretty rough. Well, you didn't bring the little ones.
Give me a second.
Oh, they're here.
I'll be back. I'll bring them up to us. I'll go.
We have a lot of babies now.
No, please.
We have some on the way, too. We'll have some more if you stop messing around.
Or start, really.
So I come over here and knock on the big metal knockers on this door for someone to come open it up.
Alright, you knock on the boobies, and after a few minutes, somebody comes up. Who is it?
It's Ilaria. Is this Longshot?
Maybe.
May I come in?
Can you come in?
I can if you open the door.
Hold on. Harpo, come here. Put your head on the floor. There we go. Don't move. Alright, I need another head. I can't quite reach.
Is Ilaria
even
physically
lift it?
incapable of opening the door?
Remember, it's barred from the inside.
Well, that kind of
Also,
sucks.
she
How
only
do you
remembers
guys get
to
in
do
there?
The person
Normally
that's in
we
there
poof in.
lets us in.
Well, let's
We
hope the
normally
person in there
teleport in.
never dies.
I mean, I could get in if I really freaking needed to, but
Yeah. After several minutes of, well, really a minute and a half of waiting for the goblins to put their heads together and figure out how to open the door,
I could get in there right now.
to lift a beam that they couldn't lift.
and then they realize that they really can't open the door.
Which is good.
And then they say, you know what? They could if they really wanted to, but they really just don't want you to come in. Goodbye, and they leave. You knock some more, and then finally Sapunia comes up. Opens the door. Of course, nobody told Harpo about Sapunia either, but she doesn't matter. She's not really part of the Cabal.
I didn't have a chance yet, alright?
Sure.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Not really. I was like, alright, I guess I have to teleport back now. Like, within the first sentence of talking with them.
Okay. You open the door, Sapunia's there, and behind her are 6 goblins holding throwing sticks. And they are ready to throw. They're just waiting for you to make the wrong move.
I look down at the little goblins. Do you want to see your father and your mother?
No.
I just stare at them for a little bit longer.
I want to see Mom. Who's our father? I thought the father was the whale.
The whale that you only just met and who vanished into thin air.
I mean, goblins.
Alright. They take a consensus and they're like, sure, let's go meet Harper later.
Yeah, and I'll invite Sapunia to meet him and Zeta as well.
Alright. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find all these fucking goblins on this map.
Just say they're there.
They're all there. The goblins come up. Zeta comes up. And Dunstan comes up.
Guess what? She can't get mad at me if I'm already dead. Twist,
No,
someone
but she
take
can
me.
make sure you are.
Someone take me the shin. Fuck, I can go unconscious. Hurry.
They all come up.
Kurtal will sort of nod. I'll head downstairs and switch places for now then.
Good.
Switch places.
He's gonna go watch the eggs and stuff while everyone else is up here.
That was Harpo.
Oh. We're taking shift watching the cellar.
Since the rest of the house isn't done, it's where we're keeping our stuff.
Oh. Alright. He nods. Okay. Zeta comes in, says hi to Harpo. She smiles. Oh, hey, it's the Wizard King who now owns Kaldor. Are you going to take over Oliveharn? And then she laughs very awkwardly.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
That's one way to break the ice. Just stumble into it.
Dunstan comes up and
she
butter
probably was really-
slams Rolun.
She was really trying to make a joke, which is probably the.
No, you son of a bitch.
You wanted to be knocked out.
No, I was being facetious. But
All right.
you
You're,
missed.
you're prone.
It still misses.
And you're
I'm
flat-footed.
not prone.
You're laying in
You
bed.
said you were lying down.
I said I was sitting.
You're sitting.
That's not prone.
I'm checking
It's
your
flat-footed.
defenses now.
That's
You're-
not prone. I don't have a death bonus anyway. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
You can't even hit me. I'm too slow.
Alright, well, he tries to pull you off the bed, but you are like a rock.
I'm not
Nothing.
on a bed. Who said I'm on a bed?
Harpo put you on a bed.
I didn't. I thought you were being funny.
Uh-uh.
No.
I don't want him to put me on a bed.
Well,
Too
that's where
bad. You're on the bed.
Yeah, now Dunstan's gonna fucking push you right off.
No, he misses.
Make an acrobatics check to avoid damage. Please let this just fucking break your leg and fucking put you out of your misery. Be like a horse just fucking put you...
10 is probably enough.
That's not
enough.
bad.
You land barely. Crunch. Oh!
It wasn't graceful.
Oh no!
No, Dunstan, no! And Dunstan just grabs you, gives you a big hug, and a big wet kiss right on your fucking nose. Then he spits the blood right back in your face like, that's disgusting.
During all this, I turned to Harpo. I'm not sure if anyone has asked yet. I was gone. And how's Florissa and Rika?
Thank you. They're doing well. Florissa is, I think she's improving. She's gone on some walks outside the house into town, and the people interact with her. I think she has a few friends now. So I think
Glad to
she's
hear that.
improving. She still has nightmares, but everybody does.
Yeah, Mark nods.
All right. It's somewhere in the forest.
And I'm like, where's Sollyn?
He went to take a dump.
It's a long dump.
Well, he doesn't eat a lot of fiber.
It's all bugs.
That chittin' is hard for shitting. All right.
Oh,
I
stop.
miss.
How long have you been keeping that one in the bucket, Uncle?
All right. So,
All
So
of
let's-
us
As long as someone's trying to put it there.
everybody came to meet Harpo. She just went and got the little baby kids and Zeta and left Sapunia down there because she's not important.
No, I said I brought Sapunia. You just didn't put her fucking token up here. And
I left her because she's not important. And then,
she is important. As soon as you know shit
meanwhile,
stops blowing
when
up.
everybody else came in to meet Harpo for the first time, Sollyn quickly ran off into the woods to take a mean-ass dump. And nature called and he fucking answered, and then he got disconnected, so he had to wait for the callback. And
Exactly.
Oh boy, I can't wait to walk in and have Harpo and these fucking
Alright.
asshole killers to come up and see me.
okay. And yep. And your conjure toilet paper cantrip just fucking backfired.
I don't need toilet paper, I got webbing.
Oh my god.
I got fucking miles of the shit.
Where do you think you shit from?
Not for my spinnerets, bud.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
I thought you were the spider anatomy expert.
Yeah.
Ovipositor.
I know one word.
Shit.
Yeah.
Men.
So there's a big mud hut. Suddenly all the little babies come running in before Sollyn gets back. They jump on Poogie. Poogie just starts bitch slapping them left and right. Don't climb on me, you dumbass. No.
Just a Sapunia, I'll say, to gesture towards Sapunia. Another custodian.
Oh, fuck. Alright, I'll bring her
And
up.
keep reminding you so she can actually be a part of the group.
Oh, another custodian.
Her token is so bad it has like the dumb white lines on the side.
Mama, 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 mama. Poogie lets him climb all over her. You just see a big pile of fucking green. Meanwhile, Sapunia meets and says, "Hello, Harpo. I've heard all about you."
And your genocidal tendencies.
Probably, yeah.
From the Cabal or from outside the Cabal? Both, actually. But you don't have to worry. I never believe gossip unless I hear it from at least 12 sources, and I'm only up to 11.
I get the feeling she's been adding to that number of sources she needs to hear it from.
I am impressed, though, to meet someone of your stature. Then she'll bow to curtsy and do all sorts of nice stuff, and then she'll grab the kids and start pulling them off and holding them up and introducing them in case he does not recognize them, which he doesn't. Which one's this one? I'm Harpo, motherfucker. What's your name? I'm the motherfucker.
I can't wait for these fuckers to meet Maligan and the 5 of them to fucking declare war on everything. And
Harpo
then just get their
meets, when Poogie and Sapunia make it clear that Harpo is actually their father, and they explain what a father is.
Yeah.
Well, you see, he went out to the 7-Eleven when you were very little.
Shut up.
So he was going for cigarettes.
And then they climb all over Harpo, and they're like, oh, and then they find out he's a king, and he's like, oh yeah, King Harpo. And then they start telling him a story about how they killed him once, and they passed the heritage, the crown, back and forth now for about 6 months. And they're trying to kill a dragon. Well, dragons can be hard to kill. You want to help us kill the dragon? Not today. And
Kids.
Then the mud flap door opens, and wafts the smell of powdery poo, followed by Sollyn.
Sollyn wipes. He's probably the only character in this Cabal who does.
Oh, shut up.
He's got an endless supply
You
with him.
can't
essentially.
reach your ass. You literally can't reach it.
Yeah, he can.
With what?
He's 22 decks. He's flexible, dude.
He can dig all 6 legs in there with leaving 2 to do a handstand on.
He's got 22 decks. He's flexible enough to reach his fucking toes.
That's right.
All 8 of them.
So, Sollyn, you come in to meet Harpo. You see Harpo sitting there. What does Sollyn know about Harpo?
That he tried to kill me once.
That's right. He slit your throat.
He didn't slit it. He tried to strangle me.
Yeah, he did. Strangle you.
It just didn't take.
And then he stabbed you, I think.
Yes, he did stab me, and also some drow injected some shit into me. So, needless to say, this character is not on the best terms of Harpo, although he's been told several times it wasn't actually Harpo.
Okay. Well, you see him in very nice long sleeve tunic and embroidered fancy full leather pants. He's not in armor. As far as you can tell, he's not armed at all. And he's got a fucking half dozen little green fuckers just clawing all over him, just sitting there. One's sitting on his, 2 are sitting on his shoulders, and one's on his head, and several on his lap. He just lets them hang there. They hang like little fucking sloths.
Look like that kid from Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm. And the Drider will try to squeeze in through the front door. It takes him a while to get his ass through there. Dexterity check. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
now
didn't
asks
spring for.
one die or two.
Yes. I've improved things.
Yeah, sorry I didn't spring for the secure shelter with the extra wide doors. He didn't have that option.
Yeah, you didn't. Alright. Well, you just fucking hunker in there and squeeze your ass cheeks together.
Now you feel like Jerruk does.
Yeah, and you just fucking go right into the door. No.
Except for I made the check.
He has no problem getting into the door. And, you go ahead, and so that's when you see everything. As soon as you go in, Harpo will eye you and look you over, and he seems to be watching you with great intensity.
Someone's doing the same. Last time I saw this guy, he was choking me out. Someone's not a fucking idiot.
Actually, you know what? I should have the healer to attack you on the way back from the woods.
If he wants to, go for it.
I'm not sure he'd allow Drider just to run in there.
Maybe give him
I didn't run, I just like calmly walked in. It's my fucking house.
Yeah. Just to see if he noticed that he teleported with us. Just like give him a perception check. Because maybe he didn't see him the first time. He just now sees him walking up from the fucking forest.
I'm just strolling like I own the goddamn place, because I do.
And Sollyn has his wizard robes. He needs to wear them still.
Even
He's
so.
not high enough rank.
Sollyn, look at his picture. He's wearing the wizard robes.
Alright, as you're walking towards the building, right before you go in, the healer is watching you, and you notice he comes a little closer, but he doesn't approach you. He just kind of comes closer. Where the dog runs up in front of him and just starts barking rather ferociously. And for a second you may
doesn't seem to like me.
Must be your smell.
I can't even argue with that. I hear dogs have good sense of smell.
Okay, then you go in, and then so you're face to face with Harpo. It's Harpo, and he's staring at you.
Harpo Killog, a pleasure to meet you again.
He stands up, just lets the goblins just fall off him. They just roll down. Sapunia will start gathering them up at his feet. I take it you're Sollyn.
Yes. No, that's the other spider person in our cabal.
Harpo will look down and carefully take a step forward, making sure he's not stepping on a goblin head along the way.
They can handle it. They're very resilient.
It's true.
And then he takes your hand and shakes it. So you're in the Cabal now.
Yes,
I've met you before.
Yes.
In the desert.
Yes, shortly before you or a doppelganger tried to strangle me and the rest of us.
Tried to strangle you?
Yes.
Oh, I remember hearing something about some fake attack down there. Did they attack you?
Yes, along with others. I believe Willow and Poogie were there.
It wasn't me.
I believe you.
He nods. Well. Why did you come to the Lyceum?
It's a long story. My family was fleeing the Underdark. That's what we call it in this, right?
Darklands.
Darklands Underdark. Okay. Was fleeing the Darklands, and we were along the way, as we made our way to the surface, supposed to drop off a slave at the Lyceum. I figured joining the Lyceum would be a good way to find my way on the surface, as my family didn't have many plans other than find somewhere to settle.
So where's your family?
God, let me check my notes. They're off in the hills somewhere. I know where they are. I just don't know how specific I want to be. Because I don't want there to be like him to go in there with a giant ass can of raid and just fuck them all up.
Why are you blowing into your mic? Please
Damn
stop.
it, Tucker, come on.
Who's blowing their mic?
Someone is.
Well,
Not me.
someone just did it for comedic effect, but is someone actually doing it?
Anyways, continue.
There to the south of here, somewhere along the Felsha Mountains. Apparently they're starting to set up a little house there, in some cave, no doubt.
Is there a reason they picked that location?
I'm not sure, actually. I haven't had the chance to visit them recently. I plan on doing so soon, though. We come from a different part of the Darklands than Ilaria does. So perhaps that has something to do with it.
He nods. It's nice to meet you.
You as well.
He sits back down.
I've heard many things.
All good, I'm sure.
It was a mix, mostly.
Okay. Anybody want to tell or ask Harpo anything, or make a report check? You can over the next hour.
Okay, yeah. There's a few things I want to tell him. I'll make the diplomacy roll first, just so I get it out of the way. What is it?
Sollyn's gonna try and get to see what Harpo's like. He's gonna suss him out a bit.
Alright.
Okay, so, along the lines of, people impersonating you, Harpo, there was plan to have a fake attack of Zadmir and Leriel in Erithel. I believe we've quelled that, but wouldn't be surprised if they tried something similar elsewhere.
Wait, what do you mean a fake Zadmir attack? How are they going to do that?
They have armor, Zadmir armor and Leriel armor that we're fairly certain they've stolen from graves. I'm not sure if they plan to do it anywhere else, but I know in Erithel they were, but until we stopped it.
I'm glad you stopped it.
That would have made things a lot more complicated. Can't have the drow dividing the entirety of Harn before they attack. We'll have no chance against them then.
They're trying. Okay.
Several places in Orval, in fact.
And do you want to ask him anything? And if there's any more details to that you wanted to tell him regarding that?
That's it for that, and then one more thing, which I would tell him after everyone else has done their thing, so let other people do their stuff.
All right, anybody else want to ask and tell him something?
Yes.
Okay.
Rolun would just ask a lot about his sister, really. So that's all he has energy to fucking think of.
He will tell you that Rika is making a very excellent queen. That,
He'd say hopefully she hasn't given him too much lip.
No, he says that she's not obnoxious or shrewish at all. That, in fact, she's been working hard and really helping the people there. She goes out every day and talks to people, and she's helping to clean up the streets and repair things and get the economy restored. He also tells you about your nephew and niece.
Yes. Yes, I was hoping you'd bring them up.
Do you remember the name of your nephew and niece, Rolun?
He doesn't know them. Or if he does, I don't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was gone when they were...
Okay.
I will write them down, though.
Alright. Even though they have yet to been given their adult names, it's been essentially set for them.
Yeah.
Their adult surnames. It essentially was given to them as a middle name. So there you go. So you now know.
His name's Dothra Vane?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So in other words, the vein of Dothra Daw.
Jesus. Gee, thanks, Aaron. This is going to go really well later on.
Alright, and Eclipsia Stout Crown. So, both of them are Stout Crowns, the royal line of the Stout Mint family.
Neat.
Yep. And they're doing good. Apparently, Eclipsia is a chatterbox and fucking just talks nonstop. And Dothrvane talks a bit, but he likes just going around and just... he has a lot of mechanical interest and aptitude. He likes breaking things and seeing how...
Wait, how old are they?
Very young. Very young. They're like little kids. Like babies.
Yeah.
Toddlers.
But
Yeah.
I was about dwarves age slow as shit.
Yeah, they're like toddlers.
Okay.
Yeah. But he likes breaking things apart and then trying terribly to put it back together. Or just breaking things apart. Yep. So, alright. Did you want to ask him or tell him anything?
Tell. No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Next. Sollyn, Kyle, do you want to
I'll
tell
be
or
right
ask
back.
Harpo anything?
I'd probably, if it came up, talk to him about what he's dealt with drow and what he knows of the drow. Maybe mention to him that, hey, hashtag not all drow. More so like, hey, did you know there's drow that don't live in the crazy evil feminist part?
He'll talk to you about that and ask, so how's it doing? And you're like, well, they're all dead.
Well, they as you can tell, we've all run to the surface. He'd probably drop some line about how he's going to try and visit them soon. Wait, didn't our... I'm trying to think, because I know Airden heard something. Didn't Cabal 1 hear something about how the drow are very anti-Harpo? I know we heard that they were flying into
Yeah, you heard it too. So that was the drow woman that you kissed to interrogate.
Yes.
That's what she told us. Like they're against him, and they're
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to mix knowledge from Airden.
Mhm.
He would likely mention something along that, just to make sure that he was aware.
Okay.
And then maybe talk some stuff about art with the sword, since he knows Harpo's got some of that.
What? With the what?
Swordcraft and yeah.
Okay.
Swordplay and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Sword.
All right. Awesome.
Swordsmanship. That's the word.
He will ask you a little bit about the drow and where you're from, the Shadow City on the other side, and how it works and how the hell do you get the way over here?
Well, a long ass walk is hell.
And then he asks you, out of the blue, he just kind of says, Sollyn, who do you worship?
Who do I worship?
Yes.
Well, in the Shadow City, we're not as big on worship as they are in other drow communities. Even the demon lords tend to be less worshipped there. I've paid homage in my time to many of the various demon lords, although most frequently to Kayachek.
Kayachek.
Who's not exactly a demon lord, he's the red mantis god of assassins.
He's nods and takes that in. He didn't really respond to that, though. Okay, that's all he asked you. All right. I don't think you really asked him anything. Did you want to ask him anything, or you were just telling him information about the drow and all that stuff?
Following that, Sollyn might ask something along the lines of, why do you ask, unless it seemed like that was a no-go conversation.
Just trying to decide whether to kill you or not.
No, it's not the same when I first saw him.
Why is that exactly? I'm not.
Because there's a religious war right now.
Oh.
And if you're on the wrong side, you're not on my side.
And which side is the wrong side?
There's a group that they're the main ones causing a lot of the problems. I don't know if they have a name or not. There are certain deities they worship.
Yeah.
Haven't heard yours on that list, though. So.
Neither have we.
I'm assuming he's talking about the Baphomet, etc. cultists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can assume that. That's fine. Welcome back, Tucker.
Sollyn would ask, are you talking about various cultists? And who are the other ones? It's Baphomet, Lamash 2, and... Or no, it's not Lamash. Isn't it Lamash 2?
I have the list somewhere. Dagno was one of them. I don't know.
I'm assuming it's the drow. Someone would ask, I'm assuming you're talking about Baphomet. Include others here, because...
Yes. Baphomet.
He was commonly worshipped where I come from, though I find his methods were a bit crude. And his worship where I come from is more so due to strength rather than any of his beliefs. He's never really appealed.
Well, apparently there's a schism amongst the drow that are coming up. There's more than one faction.
Yes. I believe my family was driven out by other drow, and perhaps others entirely, although I've yet to research that.
Well, welcome to the Cabal. I'm glad to see you're here. I'm glad to see that everybody's alive and not dead.
Well, they've been doing their best.
That's what being alive is.
What happened to May?
Who?
Wasn't Harpo there when May died?
Was he there when May died?
Wasn't there a Stothia?
Mm.
At the big elephant guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for
Oh,
that,
he
I
did
think.
die during that fight. Okay,
She did.
That's right. Never mind. I'll take that back. Or she did.
I wasn't even there for that. Come on, man.
I honestly don't remember where she died.
Shut up.
Okay. Alrighty. So Harpo talks with everybody for a while. He meets with Poogie. Poogie once again asking me, want to go fuck? And he's like, that's a lot of work, Poogie. No, I'll do all the work.
Alright, just get in my lap and start bouncing, I guess. I'll get
In
a
front of
blanket
the
or something.
kids?
And so she's like, yeah, come on. I'll take you downstairs.
Pookie, maybe now's not the best time.
There's no time like the present.
Does Harpo seem like supremely against it? Like
He seems
he's trying to find.
he seems somewhat lackadaisical about committing to it, but he's all right with it. He shrugs. He really didn't really want to go away with anybody, from everybody.
Sorry, but there's more we need to discuss. I'll save them from this.
All right.
Sorry, Boogie, I'll scruff her hair. This, and I'll pull out my map and throw it on the table in front of us.
That's the map, all right.
I'm
Map.
trying to look.
Okay, and what's the map? Or is this just a distraction?
It's it's that too, but it's also what I was going to do at the end of the conversation. It's the world map.
Okay. And do you do something with the world map?
Yeah, I'm going to start talking to him about vaguely what we know of the movements of the drow and stuff like that.
Okay.
Can you bring up the world map so I can?
Yeah, hold on. Yep. I'm trying to find the name of the third god. There was 3. And I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to have to copy paste my entire notes here and
If
just
you,
search for it.
by the way,
handle
if you take your notes, or any notes, any handout really will work, and you tell it to pop up in a new window, then you can Control F.
Oh, fuck yes. Oh, God, that is the best thing ever.
Finally, I can
invented.
organize my notes. It's about
Jesus
time.
Christ, keep it in your pants, John.
Goosh.
No, it's Dagon.
Sploosh.
Okay.
Sploosh, but with semen, I guess.
I'll be right back.
All right, Tuckleberry.
It's Dagon, Razor Blue, which we think is Baphomet. There's another one, which is the one that was with the lady that had the kid.
Yeah, but Dagon's not part of the trio, I don't believe. Dagon was the underwater one, isn't it?
That's Dagon, not Dagon.
Hey,
Go in.
Tell that to the people in fucking Sagon.
D-A-G-O.
It's Saigon.
Dagon isn't with an I. You don't put an I in Dagon. Dagon is just
I'm fucking
D-A-G-O-N.
with you. I know.
It's not funny.
I thought you were going AFK. Go AFK.
Alright. But you can't complain about it.
Alright. Maybe I didn't tell you the name of the third one.
I know
maybe.
we had 3 of them, but maybe they weren't the main 3.
But there was the trio. You know what? Maybe I didn't tell you the name of the third one in the trio. But you're right. The one, the Dagon, that was mentioned had to do with the octopus people, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then obviously, Saban, Yip. Yeah. Anyways, I mentioned the ones we know. And I'm like, okay, and you zoom the fuck out on this map. So, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there are a few entrances to the Underdark that we've uncovered. There's one Gear River. There was one in Falcon's Hollow that we've covered up. There's obviously the one in the Swarken Mountains that you know about. And we think there's one around here. And this is where we know that the Jar are massing forces. They're massing forces here. Have you heard about their endeavors?
Where are you pointing now?
They plan to
see
do.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The box. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what they are planning to do?
I'm not sure, but they'd be stupid to do it right now. Right now, there's a lot of armed forces right near there. And he'll tell you that right now, don't forget that Swallowfeld and Alakand are under a Thulin rule, and the Thulin army is stationed here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh shit, someone's getting pulled over outside the apartment.
Okay.
Go watch and tell us what happens. And the remnants of the Caldoran army and now his army is stationed right along the border still at Garder and all. So, but okay, he gives a note. He does say that he's glad you closed down one of the entrances. He's shut down 8 of them now, but they seem to be there's holes everywhere.
No contest though.
Well, anyways, they're planning to raise a city here from the Shadow Plane.
Okay, he will ask you all about that. How much information do you give him? Do you share everything you know about all this?
Stay on the age
Not
rate.
everything.
What do you leave out?
I'm just like, we're not exactly sure how to see it. It's warded by magic somehow. And I give him an estimate of the forces that we got, which is currently 40,000 and soon to be 100,000. And I tell him that there's some secret way to get in, and we're not sure what it is yet. Because I don't want him just like trying to break down the door.
And what's the Lyceum doing about it?
Yes.
They're
And
sending
others,
us
I'm
out.
sure.
They're sending us out to fuck shit up mostly.
We're running interference ourselves. I'm not sure what else they're doing. I'm sure there's more. I need to speak with, oh god, his name is fucking escaping me right now. I'm gonna feel like...
Walon.
Not Rolun.
Ulysses.
Ulysses. I need to speak with Ulysses more about it and see what his thoughts are, but... currently we're just trying to stop their attempts to destabilize Orbal, is what we've been trying to do.
Well,
Figure if we can keep Harn mostly intact, then hopefully they'll all aid us in quelling this uprising.
and what about Eclipsia with me? Have you heard any information about their status with me or their standing?
It's been fairly quiet lately. There was a while after the fake attack that everyone was up in arms talking about a war with you. But ever since you had that with Caldor, it's been... I've noticed, and I looked at everyone else because other people have been in Eclipsia longer than I have.
Yes, for the moment. Everyone is on and on about the Golden Panther.
Yes.
Kurtal mentioned something about the Golden Panther. We were talking about it a little before you arrived. I've heard about him. It's distracting as Thule, which is working in my favor. If it wasn't for that, I don't think they'd want to relinquish Alakand, but I don't think they want to fight with me on this side. So I think they're going to do it, and for that I thank him. But I didn't realize what he was doing to Kurtal's family.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to go get her soon.
Well, you didn't hear any information from, say, Ulysses regarding me?
Actually, should. No, other than the general sense I felt from the upper echelon of the Lyceum is that they're not happy with what... Most of them aren't wholly against you. So I think if you keep your nose clean as you have recently, then I don't think there will be much issue.
Okay, anybody wants to do a sense motive check? May do so.
Yeah, he's planning to
Ilaria?
do some shit.
Or him. No, him.
Anybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Rolun.
Oh, yeah, Sollyn.
Time to roll a 1.
Holy shit, even Katrina! Nobody notices anything.
Wait, Kurtal's here.
Harpo's such a nice guy. Did you guys know Harpo's a nice guy?
Nicest guy ever.
Kurtal.
Kurtal went down into the den to look after the eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, GM.
Come on, Poogie.
Would you bid?
Alright, Poogie.
She's the savior.
That's
She
sleight
is
of
crazy.
hand.
Like sleight of hand.
She's creeping her hands into his crotch.
There you go.
Damn it,
Okay.
Poogie.
She's real pretty good at that.
She's slowly rubbing the top of his pants.
Poogie has
I don't
one
know
thing
this.
on her mind, and damned if she's not going to pursue it. If goblins had a higher wisdom stat, they'd be the most dangerous wizards in the world because they are fucking persistent.
Yes. Okay.
Also,
Alright.
if they can read.
So, Harpo will nod at that and say that, good. Well, I'm glad. I don't want any more conflict. Hopefully things can resolve now between everybody.
I hope.
Do you know anything about Lorcan?
He's just using us, guys. He's not our real friend.
Not much other than I know there's been a strange relationship between them and the other Salt Kings for a while now.
Oh,
Something
boy.
happened.
They're the ones we're still fighting with. Well, not Lorcan itself. There's... in the Delta, there's a lot of pirates coming down on the coast, and Quran we're still struggling with, and they're working together.
I see. Well, the Candolins will always be a threat, I imagine. They're taking advantage of this drow incursion I think.
Yeah, they're like vultures.
Nods.
I'm lending some support to Naran. I'm recognizing them as the official rulers of Nuthella. Is everything going all right with there still?
With what? I'm sorry.
Is everything going all right still with them? Anything not good with Naran?
Yes, we haven't been there in a while, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right.
Why are you pumping us with so much information, Harpo?
Because you have it.
You're a king, surely you do.
He nods. I have a lot, but There's a lot I don't know still.
Nod.
Wow. Have you had any news about your brother?
Not since Scothia. I need to look into it. I've been distracting myself, I guess you could say. Not sure if I want to see him any longer. I don't know if I'll recognize him or if he'll recognize me.
I'm sure it'll be different, but I'm sure there's part of him that'll still be the same. Maybe. Well, I think you guys are going to have a beautiful home here in the woods.
Hopefully.
Oh. Okay. And he will continue to chat with you. Any other comments? Going once? Or questions? Well, Harpo's here. Going twice.
Nope.
All right.
I'm downstairs.
Sollyn doesn't know shit about Harpo and doesn't care.
Okay. All right. He will stay for about an
Well, not
hour
doesn't
and a
care,
half
but-
or two, and then he says that he's got to go. He wishes he could stay the night or stay longer, but it's too risky for you guys for him to stay there.
Okay. When he's getting ready to leave, I'll go and get Kurtal so Kurtal can say goodbye.
Kurtal's still alive?
Anybody?
He's off his own.
Wait one damn minute. Where has Kurtal run off to?
He's down in the cellar.
Oh,
I literally walked past Poogie and said, "I'm going downstairs."
okay.
She was distracted.
I'm gonna put a bell on him.
I will phase through that bell just to spite her.
Okay. All right. So Harpo will wait for Necro to come up and talk to him.
Wait for Necro.
Hello, I'm Necro. I don't know how I got here.
Kurtal. And he'll say goodbye, and then he'll say goodbye to everybody, give you a good big hug, and he'll hug his kids and tell them to be good. They're like, no way.
Yeah. Right. What you fucking say? You're not our dad.
Well, next time I come, I'm going to take some of you back with me. But for now, you got to stay here with Poogie. She needs your company. Sapunia's like, oh, gee, thanks. Okay, and then he heads off. When he goes to leave, there is somebody standing there who has finally come to the crowd. And it is fucking Lord Gundabad.
Is his pig there too?
Nope, just Lord Gundabad. Poof! Fucking Lord Gundabad's there. I don't think.
I forgot his picture didn't crop properly.
Every time you say that, I'm expecting a troll.
Lord Gundabad.
Yeah.
And he'll just walk right on up to where everybody is. King Harpo, I'm Lord Gundabad. I'm the Margrave here. I need to speak with you
thanks,
before
buddy.
you leave. All right. Speak. Not here, in private.
The house is still up.
Alright, and then Harpo will step off with Lord Gundabad to have a private conversation.
Does he want the Cabal to come with him to make sure Gundabad's not an evil drow in disguise?
He doesn't seem worried.
Okay.
I still keep
I only
sight.
wonder why he doesn't seem worried.
I still keep sight of him.
Yep. Well, he also, don't forget, has his guards that do stay nearby at a
Yeah.
distance.
And who can probably beat our asses if we tick them off.
Okay. And they talk for about a half hour. And then they shake hands twice. And then Harpo will walk back over, and then he finally says, okay, now I must leave. And if you ever need me, I think we need a way that you can contact me if you're ever desperate. So, I brought each of you a gift. It's nothing special. Don't get excited, Rolun.
I don't think he has enough blood to get excited right now.
And, okay. And he handles each of you a small, very
Handles.
small. He handles, yes. And then he hands to you. Each
In
of
front
you
of the children.
a small glass, not clay or ceramic. A glass little bottle, little flask. It's only about 3 inches tall from the cork to the bottom of the little glass flask shape device container. So it's a little 3 inch by 3 inch flask. By 3 inch. 333. The fucking sign of the bounce. Okay.
Okay,
And,
so it's a cube.
it's a flask. And he hands one to each of you. It's completely clear and looks 100% empty.
Bummer.
Okay. And he says that if you ever really need me, any of you, if you're ever desperate, all you have to do is break the wax seal and pull out the cork.
What will it do?
Go.
It'll be like it's. Well, we have these at my place that carry little treats in them. You ever had a cat? You know, like when you open a can of tuna, they come running. Same thing.
Okay. Now the question is, let us see how wise Kurtal was to see how many spares he brought beyond the normal number.
I need the spares.
Kurtal.
Yes,
Purple means.
he had the foresight.
It's like, these guys are always multiplying. I probably need a lot of them.
Yep. 2, 3, 4.
They're gonna test this 4 times before they think that they've got it down.
Okay. So he brought 8. So I think that's enough for everybody, actually.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So there's
7,
one extra
8.
too. No, it's 8
No.
exactly.
No, it's less.
Yeah, we need one more for Iridia.
Or Sapunia. One of the two.
As we've said, spooky.
Well, he brought several extra, but he didn't realize he was going to be one short, so he has 8 for everybody. You can hand them out how you wish. We suggest each of you having one, or at least whomever's away from home.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Is yes.
Okay.
Make
How
sure
exactly
people.
do they work?
You you uncork it, and what does it do? It will alert me that you need my assistance, or alert somebody close to me.
I see.
Oh. See.
You should come visit. I'll try to visit more often now that I know you're here, and not at the Lyceum.
We'll try, but with things as they are, I can only see the Lyceum assigning us to more missions.
You always have a place to sleep at my home. Goodbye, and take care of
care,
yourself.
Harpo. If you're worried about those drow in court, have somebody who can see through illusions on hand. We don't know how elaborate they are, but that seems to be their preferred method of hiding.
Permanent polymorphs was the last one we noticed.
Fucking drow.
Fucking drow, right.
Fucking drow. Fucking drow. Fucking drow. Fucking little Harpo. Fucking drow.
Don't curse. Smack him on the back of the head.
Fuck you.
He's learning well.
And then Long Shot will slap little Harpo in the back of the head. Don't curse. Fuck you.
Well,
And, alright. And then Harpo pulls away. He actually walks over to his guys and waves them over, and they walk up to him. He will turn and look over his shoulder and look at you guys. And then he will make a gentle wave, as if a goodbye wave, not a gesture or an incantation. And then they simply vanish and fade away. Okay. Poof. Everybody starts murmuring, ooh, ah. He disappeared into nothing. He is a wizard king.
wow.
Never seen us do that.
You've watched us do that.
He's a
twice.
powerful wizard. Bob's like, now that's a real wizard.
He scowls at Bob a little bit, then smiles.
Is Bob within 30 feet, and is there a rock nearby?
A real wizard king. I told you. They're all here to take over the Leriel. He's moving in, folks. Mark my words. They're gonna march in here with the armies and the magical skeletons. Shut up, Bob.
Didn't we stop the magical skeletons that rose in your town?
No, a dragon did.
I guess, yeah.
Yes, my wife did that.
Okay. And poofity poof poof poof. Okay. And there you guys got to meet Harpo.
Townspeople teleported away.
And you got the flask of farting.
An Erlenmeyer
do you mind
flask.
if we put these flasks in your bag of holding for the moment?
He just looked at you.
Well, the way I think it
Do I look like I'm in the mood to have brought that?
I have an idea. Everybody carries one except for Sollyn and Aradia, because you two still need to spend time at the Lyceum, so having one between...
Lyceum.
Yeah, I'm saying that Sollyn carries it for the two of them.
Sollyn would once again look at someone, or look at Ilaria and say, Ilaria, do you mind if we put these in your handy haversack for a moment?
I think that is a good thing. Good idea. Let's do that. I'll go around and have everyone put them in the handy haversack.
Kurtal put his in his own.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I'm only saying that because I already added to my character sheet, and I don't want to take it off.
I mean,
No, that's
we're
fine.
probably going to give them back. It's just we need to have a conversation without someone looking in.
Yeah, once all of them are in an extra dimensional space.
Okay. So Poogie will be like, so how come we didn't want to bring Harpo downstairs?
Well, we know he knows about Catholics, but we don't know if he knows about everyone else.
Well, what does that matter?
It matters
No.
because
Let's talk about this after everyone's put their bottles in the bag.
We've all put them in by now.
I'll make sure that everyone has.
We're supposed to hold on to them.
I'll give them back immediately after this.
I'm just checking to see if my cabin is dismissible.
Alright.
It is not. It's going to be there for the rest of the night.
And she gives you her bottle too. So you got all the bottles. Alright.
Yeah. Well, Poogie, it's because of who might be listening or watching him.
Lady L.
Yes. She can see us through these too, I think. That's why I put them in this bag.
I don't know who Lady L is, but he was far too interested in the information we had. Information on the Lyceum and other factors.
No.
I don't know. He's just wanting to know what all has changed.
The Lyceum might be attacking us home eventually. I would want to know about it too.
Yes.
I'm not too bothered by his questions. It's just we have to remember that he is not alone.
We have to
He now
remember
represents more than one party.
that he has obligations that supersede the Cabal, and that's what we have to remember.
The only obligations that supersede this Cabal are Zodia's Fane.
You would think.
Oh, I would.
He's broken his vow, and he's made another to someone else.
Which is why we can't trust him.
Precisely. We can trust him.
Trust Harpo. Look, I know he tried to kill us once. Or maybe...
Wait, what? I missed out on this bit.
No, me and you. You and me.
Right.
Look at me, big guy.
Right, yes. I don't believe that was him.
I don't think
Though.
so either, but, I mean, that's the worst he's ever done, if anything. If he did that.
If him trying to kill us is probably, yes, the worst he could have done. But...
I'm not saying we can't trust him at all, Poogie. I'm saying we need to be careful. Like I keep saying, he isn't alone. She could be watching at any point in his life.
It's true, Poogie.
He's been marked by her.
I know, I was a little suspicious that he didn't want to have sex with me.
Isn't he married to Roland's sister?
Uh-huh.
We'll look back and forth between Roland, and then he'll look over at Zeta real quick and be like, "Oh yeah, right. Dwarves don't give a shit about any fidelity."
Yeah, meanwhile, Katrina and Zeta's right there. Yeah.
Right, I see.
She's really nice. And besides, she doesn't like sex that much. I like sex. Besides, I have to have babies. I only got 6.
Yeah, that's nothing. Actually, I mean, 6 is reasonable for Detritus. Like, I don't know. Fucking.
You played Edge, of course.
No, we don't.
You give birth to live births, but you give birth to 1,000 at a time.
Oh god. There's spiders that do that. Okay, but yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, Sollyn has like 8 siblings, so.
Yeah. You give
Oh,
live
my
birth, but it's a low chance of survival because, you know, if one of the 8 legs come out first, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Poogie will
mean-
finally just like, okay, yeah, she's a little suspicious, you know. But, okay. But he said that we could go to his home. It seems a little weird that we won't let him in our home.
That's not our home.
I doubt he would show us his dirty laundry either.
I've seen his dirty laundry.
No, you made his laundry dirty. There's a bit of a difference.
Not really.
Either way, I doubt if we went there he'd show us the remains of the Caldorans, etc., etc. Everyone has secrets.
I once put his pants on my head.
Yes, I don't doubt that.
I once put my head in his pants.
I was about. That's fun.
Okay. And that is the way it goes for a while. Does anybody want to do anything that evening, evening? Or,
I think we should talk
well,
about
actually,
it.
that evening, because that was kind of late in the evening then, I think, by that point.
Roland wants to fucking sleep. really bad.
We'll go to sleep.
Okay,
Yeah, the
everybody-
cabin's here.
He's going the fuck back to bed.
So, does anyone want to talk about plumbing?
I thought we've already decided.
I hope so.
They're building it now, so I hope so.
Actually, he's still doing the estimate workup. But they are starting the foundation already, for the most part. You know, digging it out, getting the ground ready. Okay, so everybody goes to sleep. If you need to heal, fucking heal!
Why would I need to heal? Sollyn never gets damaged.
Poof!
Son of a bitch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh yeah, I've gotten up to having 7 per strenuous. Nice.
Nice. La, da, da,
Get
da.
shit on.
Oh, heal check for sugarcane.
What the hell?
La, da, da, da. Okay. Good enough. We're rolling.
And during the conversation, I'll try to convince everyone that we should keep the jars in extra-dimensional spaces until we can get some for everyone.
Don't forget Sugarcane, he's deader than I am.
That's what the heal was for.
Well, he needs to roll
Heal
the
Oh, okay.
Uncle needs to roll the fucking heal thing.
Gotcha.
Okay. In the end,
The hell was that?
Zetas
Sapunia?
heals everybody up.
Oh, so we didn't. Okay.
So first two go to Rolun. So
That's still not full, but okay.
All right, 33 then goes to Rolun, the first three.
That does it.
Okay, then the next 6 go to Sugarcane. Fuck everybody else.
Everyone else is pretty good.
Right.
She would pit the animal.
Yeah.
And then
It's
then
both of them.
sugar cane.
Yeah, both
I was
animals.
gonna do the self-deprecating humor, but no, you had to chime in too,
I had to
didn't you?
steal it. I had to steal it. All right. So the next morning, you guys wake up and you realize, hey, time's wasting. We got to do something.
Yeah.
So, you realize that you finally have finished Aerothil. It is the 12th, and you are to arrive tomorrow. Tomorrow. Timekeeper, plus 1 day.
Oh, well, I never pit to Necro.
Necro. Okay. Necro, you are the timekeeper. Timekeeper Necro! Please acknowledge your new position.
It's
Thank you.
12th of what?
This month.
You ass.
You're an awfully shitty timekeeper.
He
You
needs to
don't
know the
even
time.
know what month you're in.
He needs to know the time to be able to keep the time.
Cthulhu, 4725.
Okay, I just pulled that up so I spelled it right.
Alright. And, okay. So he wakes up, and, alright. You guys have finished Aerothel, and don't forget that the ball, you're expected to arrive on the 13th. So you have one more day. And the question is, what do you want to do before you go to the ball, which is a week long, the ball affair, essentially the celebration affair.
Oh,
We need to interrogate Darthiel.
Not to put a damper on anything, but does any of us have anything to wear to this ball?
Yes.
Wizard robes.
Who has fanciful clothing?
I do.
Sollyn
I'm
has
a character
drow
sheet.
noble wear.
Katrina
But
does.
Sollyn has drow noble wear, but he's probably going to be forced to wear wizard robes.
Okay. Alright.
You're probably going to stay at the Lyceum, though, aren't you?
No?
No, you said you wanted
I'm not
to.
going to sit here and do nothing for 4 hours again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to catch a nap?
Alright.
Dude, I'm at home. I haven't been doing anything. I don't have work in 5 hours today.
Yeah. Alright, so.
I do. I do.
Alright, nice. Good for you.
Oh, and
Do you do anything that day, Roland? Do you say anything to anybody on that day, Roland?
Rolun does stuff?
well, give me a minute. I haven't even thought of it.
God damn!
I was looking to see if I had clothes, which I do. Oh, and John, I have a scroll of anti-magic, so.
Alright, everybody can now open their eyes.
So, anti-magic.
Wait, how did you get a scroll of anti-magic?
I bought it.
I bought it.
He bought it like 4 episodes ago and he never learned it.
Oh. Just like to
That's
have.
why I was yelling at him the other day, because like, why don't you fucking have it? I thought you learned that.
Okay.
He just
Oh.
never learned it.
Well, I need help. I don't want to just explode.
Okay.
Last time that happened.
Alright.
That's true. It is a very high level spell, so yeah.
So, are you going to want to do anything to prepare for the dance, Roland? That's the big question. Doers. The Leriel formal.
Uh.
Yeah or nay?
Jesus.
Yeah or nay?
Yes, he would like some dancing lessons.
From whom?
His wife, the one who did dance.
Alright, she'll dance with you.
His dance is shitty.
Okay.
Kurtal's got his big blue overcloak, but he would ask if somebody could help him find something to wear to this ball, because he doesn't have anything fancy.
Let me knit you up a sweater, dear.
I love that. Oh, that was so good.
Kurtal's
I like-
going to whisper to the air next to him, and you're going to feel an invisible hand slap the back of your head.
I like evil grandmother Sollyn. Let's keep it.
Please, yes.
Yes.
It's pretty freaking good.
Okay. Anything else, Roland? Think carefully.
Dancing lessons.
Think about it while I move on to everybody else. I'll come back to you. All right. Sollyn, is there anything you want to do to prepare for that specifically? You can do other stuff, but...
Is there any way I can practice dancing with my 8 legs so that I don't take a untrained penalty on it?
Nope.
Okay, Sollyn is going to...
If you want to practice, I might give you like a temporary +1 if you practice really hard.
Oh no, fuck that noise. Sollyn's just gonna go, like... fuck dancing. That's for people with 2 legs. He's gonna go knit a sweater. Or something, I don't know.
Okay. Necro, anything you want to do in preparation for the Leriel formal?
Yeah, Kurtal needs to buy something nice to wear.
Okay. Katrina, do you want to ask somebody to help you?
Yeah.
I could.
I'm a man with 3 eyes and no color coordination. Do you think I can do this responsibly?
Who do you want to ask to help? All right, Roland's going to help you to get dressed.
I thought Rolun was doing his own.
That is a frightening statement right there.
Hey!
They're dancing, right?
Well, not all day.
Yeah, Rolun would die.
Roland's fucking wheezing after a half hour.
Yeah, I mean...
Probably true.
If Katrina or Sapunia want to help me pick something out, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. All right, well, Sapunia could help you. You could always ask Zeta for something to wear.
It'd be rad.
Poogie will dress you up. You'll be Pimp Daddy Kurtal.
I'll ask Sapunia because Zeta probably wants to spend time with Rolun, and Poogie is lamenting the fact that she's not full of dick.
Bullshit!
All right. And,
dance too. She can dance too. She's getting in on this. She's dancing too.
You do realize that they're going to make you dance with Dunstan by the end of this.
Dunstan's going to dance
do
with
you understand that I already knew that?
All right. Okay. So, all right. You're going to get close. All right. John, anything you want to do to prepare for the formal?
I have to go back and interrogate Darth Ael.
Ooh, I'll come with.
Okay. All right.
Is there anything you want from me before you go, Ilaria?
If you have a chance to check the eggs, see if they're progressing well. I haven't had a chance to look at them.
Okay.
I'll run down before we go out shopping and then check on them afterwards.
All right, Rolun, back to you. Was there anything you wanted to do to prepare for the formal?
Anything you wanted to do? Yes, he wants Chill to look pretty.
All right.
He has a dress for her. It is in his inventory.
All right.
I remember buying that fucking thing a long time ago. Is it
a fancy dress?
Yes.
You bought a fancy dress for Chill.
Yeah. Okay. Remember when we were in Swallowfield?
And
it was for the little missing girl? We never found her. It was hers. And it fit Chill.
Who said you never found her?
You. Well, you. The lack of you.
Okay. I'm sure she was down there with the Neothelid somewhere. All right.
Well, if you forgot to tell me, that's your fault.
There was a Neothelid in Swallowfeld?
Yes, that's what killed my first character.
Yeah.
Well, not really. It was an illusion of it. I don't know. It was weird.
All right.
Cabal doesn't know that.
That's why we don't piss on gods.
All right. Other than that, preparing for that, we're going to do all those preparations. Okay. Is there something anybody wants to do that has nothing to do with Leriel, but you want to do it before Leriel?
He wants to learn anti-magic field.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You'll have time to do that too.
How long does it take to, if I'm enchanting my sword as myself and it's the bond object, does that take a long time?
It takes the same amount of time as if you were crafting it yourself. But
so it could be done in a day, but it may not.
Right,
work.
and it is faster because of the discount, so you would be faster at it.
Uncle,
How long is it?
I just won't risk it though, because.
How long is it to Leriel?
Tomorrow.
Day.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Where are the rules on learning a scroll? Is it researching magic?
Its spellcraft is 15 plus spell level.
20. I want to get Katrina to aid.
You get anybody to assist you.
And anti-magic field's actually level 6, so it's 21.
Yeah. Yep.
Spellcraft and non-arcane, isn't it?
All right. Sollyn, was there anything you wanted to do unrelated before Leriel?
Is it just spellcraft?
He was going to go help Ilaria interrogate, and he'd probably, check on the dragons since he heard some of them hatch and see if anything's changed.
Okay. All right. And John, anything unrelated?
It's probably going to take me all day to interrogate her, so...
God damn.
No. I'd probably stop in with Katarina if I had time. I mean, because I'm guessing it's not gonna work the first time I try to dominate her.
Okay.
So I'm
Kurtal.
assuming it'll take a couple hours to get there.
Okay. Kurtal,
Yo.
anything you want to do that's unrelated to Leriel before you go to Leriel?
There's no one in town powerful enough to do any restoration on me.
Restoration? You mean to take away your negative level?
Yeah,
Or to
restore.
atone you?
Restoration is easier because it can be done by a cleric. And atonement needs to be done by an Osiren one, which would take a little while to find.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to you teleport somewhere else to do it, which you could, but you'd have to find someone to teleport you.
Uh-huh.
Is the issue.
Yeah, so I don't think either of those are possible in town right now. So aside from buying clothes, it's just going to be managing the eggs and seeing how they're doing and trying to make a estimate of how much longer they might have till they're hatching.
Okay.
Oh, and if I'm touching down on the eggs, if Rolun is busy with Dunstan and Katrina, Kurtal's going to ask Zeta to come with him so she can fill him in on what she's been doing for their progress.
Okay. Alrighty. So go ahead and make a spellcraft check and a heal check, both with advantage. Since you're the one examining the eggs. Okay. Tuckleberry, who loves the tuckle.
All right.
Advantage means I roll twice.
Yes.
Alright, and these are both +2 because they deal with dragons.
Okay. Tuckleberry. Tuckleberry.
Yeah. I was waiting for Necro to talk over medians, so I go ahead and wait.
All right. Give me an int check to see how fast and how well you learn some dancing, bitch.
Int, just int.
Just int.
I actually have it trained. The skill dancing, like perform dancing, it's trained.
Okay.
He just needs to brush up on it.
La, da, da, da.
21.
Good.
He can square dance. That's about it. He's helped with anything more.
So dancing is trained. All right, you get a temporary +1 from training with Katrina.
Good.
Okay. Excellent.
And I want to learn anti-magic circle.
All right, make the spellcraft for that.
Okay. DC 21. Got it.
Good. Alrighty. Dunstan, choose you on. He's going to assist.
No.
No.
He's assisting.
No.
He hands you things when
How
you
is it
don't need them.
Yeah.
How is it only -1?
'Cause
How is it
It's
only
int.
-1?
It's int, dude.
Dunstan's a smart
He's
motherfucker.
smart.
He's smart as you.
But if it's untrained, it's like been your initiative, isn't it?
Does spellcraft need training? I don't think.
I don't
Who
know
says it's
spellcraft.
untrained?
That's right. Who said it's untrained, dude? That dude has
True.
handled more spellcraft components than you have.
That's true. It doesn't require
He
training.
knows the intricate flavor profiles of each spell component.
Are you trying to tell me that no neophytes, or not neophytes, but no like little kids were like, I wonder what wizard salt tastes like? Because I don't believe you. I believe every one of them thought that.
Yeah, they take the taste and then they realize it's dried up and ground camel testicles, and then they never taste it again.
Yeah. For some reason, Dustin loves the edge.
He's like, give me that fucking powdered testicle. Alright.
Oh, I have another 6th level spell. I'm happy.
Alright. So, Kurtal, your checks were beautiful. Alright, you checked the eggs. Fortunately, you don't know enough to be able to deduce the time they're going to hatch. But each of them are progressing, and they look and seem healthy, and they are all still heading towards that final destination point. Zeta explains to you her system on how she's got everything on a rotisserie rod, and they just rotate and stay warm. And something like that.
She's put a literal rod through the egg. Oh yeah, we just rotate them. They stay warm.
She's got the frozen ones in a big bucket of cold shit, and then that way she can cast right on it and without hitting the eggs and destroying the eggs.
Yeah, you can try to have her learn Snowfall if you want, Kurtal. It's up to you.
Yeah, she's gonna try to learn fucking Snowfall. She'll fail.
Yeah, see if she fails a third time.
She gets it. She gets a bonus to the check because she's tried to learn from Kurtal before.
She's tried to learn it from me before.
So, yeah, so it's
Yes!
minus.
She did it.
It's -2 or -4. Either way, she does it.
And that's she hasn't been updated either. Well, that's still all she probably have. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's a level 2 spell, so
all right. So she now has Snowfall. Okay.
that's gonna make things so much easier for her.
Okay. Poggy's gonna go shopping. All right, everybody's going shopping. Katrina's gonna go
Uncle.
shopping. Kurtal's going shopping.
How much is it for a good set of clothes?
It depends. They can be easily up to 200 gold if you want.
No, it's like 500 for noble stuff, dude.
Is it?
Or royal stuff, excuse me.
Well, you don't need
I'm
to
not
be
looking
royal.
for royal stuff.
Yeah, that might not be good. Looking better than the king and queen.
Yeah.
Not a good fashion statement.
I
Can
think
you-
we would have to disagree.
What were you saying, Kyle?
Can you prepare spells out of someone else's spell book?
You can, yes.
Okay,
have to
because I
know
have.
them.
You mean memorize spells? No, you cannot.
Okay.
You have
Like,
to
you
learn
can't
them. and
prepare-
cover. No,
Okay.
sorry.
So yeah, Sollyn's gonna try to learn that then.
Okay.
He's gonna try to learn Dimension Door.
Oh, that's a fun one.
All right.
That's something I should
Do
pick
you
up,
want
honestly.
assistance from anybody?
I'll assist him. I'll probably have to assist.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's gonna try and learn out of Clement's spellbook since he's been carrying that motherfucker on him.
Goosh!
It's Uncle. It
Ilaria
says
learns it
nobles.
for me.
It
No,
says
I was
nobles
aiding
clothes
you.
runs at 75.
Nice. All right, you got it. All right, what did you say, Necro?
It says a noble's outfit in the SRD runs at 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
That's an outfit, not
Yeah.
ball wear.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know
it
what's
would still be around that. If you want to get
Yeah,
really
75
fancy,
though.
you wouldn't have to be that much. You could get it for 50, or you could get it more fancy. But
Yeah.
75 would be a very nice set of clothing. You could get fancier than that if you wanted, or less.
No, I'm looking for like middle fancy.
All right, well that's probably pretty good for a ball, for social event.
Someone's
I'm gonna
gonna
go ahead
buy
and buy something too.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Katrina
Just-
comes to Rolun and asks for some money.
She knows how to hustle.
Yeah. For yeah, how much?
What are you going to wear?
He
Oh.
he'd
Looks down.
no, he would no, his robes are like tattered to shit. No, he'd
You see this blood-stained robe I got right here? I think that'd be a beautiful fashion statement. Ah!
no, he'd go to his little set his little part of the old hut, whatever, and he'd go and dig into stuff, and he'd bring out his old ass noble clothing that still fits because he doesn't get taller.
Don't
Does he
you
get rounder?
have those sleeves that let you wear anything?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
However, whenever those turn off, due to my anti-magic circle, I don't want to look like a caveman.
Okay, I'm just saying, you
Alright.
can have those if you want to change it up.
Actually, hang on. I'll fix my robes. I have mending. I'll do that.
That's a 10-minute spell.
All right. And then she suggests that you have Zeta wash that for you. It probably hasn't been laundered for a while.
Uncle, how much do you think it
Does
would
that
cost
matter?
to get? Oh, good. Sorry.
Huh?
Okay.
All right. She's going to go shopping. What's the question?
How much do you think the dress/outfit that Ilaria's wearing in her profile pic would cost?
Scooby-Doo, wap-a-ba-da-da. Come on, Ilaria, open up. Any fucking day now. Roll 20.
Yeah, so, Uncle,
Mm-hmm.
that that poofy thing that nobles have at the base of their neck?
The poofy thing at the base
Yeah.
of their neck.
Well, I think it's called a cravat.
Yes. Not all
Yeah.
nobles have that, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, basically I'm just saying Kurtal's going to put the mark of Osiris somewhere near, like, where a tie would be, or a little tie pin kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's called a snood. The poofy thing nobles have at
If
the
you
bottom of
really,
their neck.
if you really want the, like the metal bodice, then that's going to increase the price. But otherwise, 75 would cover that easy.
Yeah.
Snood is a headpiece.
I'll just do 10 platinum and just say that's plenty good.
All
A
right,
snood is that weird thing on a turkey's face.
Yeah,
No.
I know. They have it hanging down from their neck. That was my joke.
Okay.
I just
Alright.
looked it up. Snood is a hat. for
So
women.
Ilaria's going there to interrogate. I'm assuming you guys are all just going to teleport together, probably.
Yeah. Thank goodness someone else can teleport. I don't have to do it. Fuck yes!
Okay, anybody else going back to the Lyceum? The ship is leaving.
Sollyn's back.
That's where Kurtal will probably buy his thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to
Oh.
go get his clothes from there, for fuck's sake.
There's something else I want to do at the Lyceum.
Well, wash them there, rather.
There's two things I want to do at the Lyceum, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I want to touch in with Kamau and tell her that if Pia approaches her, she's either going to look for marriage or to eliminate her, so please be careful.
Great, you're going to make her afraid to fucking ever come out of her room again. All right.
Well, just be careful.
All that work we did.
Okay. Alright, so you they teleport back, or they try to. Fate Keeper, 1 die 100, please. Let me know how it goes. Right now. She fucking aces it. You teleport right into your quarters. Boom.
Oh shit.
The
we
other
fucked
thing is
up.
that after touching base with Kamau, Kurtal wants to try and find Namwin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So everybody else is going shopping and to interrogate. Rolun is learning magic and digging through his stuff, saying, "What the hell do I got in here?" And trying to get his bag of holding to release stuff that he can't
Oh.
remember, and that is a difficult task right
He
there.
he knows what it is. He'd find it.
Yeah, but you can't remember what you called it. It requires the exact name.
He'd call it his brown noble clothes that make his beard look really fluffy.
Right. So you went to diagonally, and okay. All right. So everybody else returns to Eclipsia.
Went
Push.
to diagonally. What the hell does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Are you being obtuse?
I am. I'm a very obtuse motherfucker.
I like to be acute.
All right. So think about what question. All right. So when you get to interrogate, we'll do that first. The interrogation part. She is in the quiet room, which pretty much makes it impossible to interrogate her. Do you want them to take her out so you can interrogate her?
Can we open the doors, throw something loud on the floor, and then shut the door real fast?
You can, sure.
I won't have to make this a whole thing. I'll go to... I don't want to bother with Ulysses with this. I'll just go to, like, one of the... do they have standing by interrogators? Or you can, like...
They normally do. Yeah, you have to request one, and then they'll get them. They're not necessarily just standing by, but they're nearby.
Okay, yeah, I'll
They're
do that.
sitting.
I'll call for one, then go do the shopping, then come back, and... Well, once they've had time to get there.
All right. And then, all right, so they take her out and truss her up in wizard bindings. They have to leave her on gag, though, if you want her to actually answer the questions.
Yeah, imagine that we gag her until we get her under control.
Okay.
And then
The
ungag her.
the interrogators likely have some form of anti-magic field, right?
Well, we can't compulse her if there's anti-magic field.
Yeah, you can't use magic on her. So
Well,
that is the
Sollyn-
question. Do you want to take her to the anti-magic chamber or a regular cell?
Sollyn will make himself a set of earplugs.
I am not going to hear anything she says. Ha!
I mean, that's a good idea, though.
Now answer my
That's-
questions.
No, they can listen to the questions and answers. If they start asking weird, I'm just gonna garrote the shit out of her.
All right. I can't believe none of you guys bothered to identify the shit you got.
That's what I've been waiting on.
That's Ilaria can't do that, so I mean, that's why.
Well, Katrina's busy dancing
Yeah.
and shopping. Okay.
By the way, John, did you put that stuff in the party loot? Or
think
did
so.
I do that?
Oh, you know what I mean?
Magical bracers, magical belt, yeah.
So, anti-magic cell or not?
We're just gonna have her completely gagged up and stuff, like completely trussed up in the wizard bindings.
Okay.
And then we're gonna compel her, like dominate person. We're not gonna fuck around with her. We're not gonna like, oh, let's try to make her talk using the nice method. No, fuck her.
Okay.
Because if she talks and she's not controlled, then she can fuck with us. Like, it's really the only way to be safe about it.
Okay.
So
Alright.
that's what we're doing.
So you bind her, gag her, do the full thing. Alright, so what we need some spellcraft checks to dominate her.
Yeah. Sollyn, would you like to aid me?
Huh?
Would you like to help?
Sollyn will flash you a quick gesture in Nuberian sign language. The fuck are you saying?
Take off your... She is gagged.
Do you flash this back in Nuberian sign language?
I'm pointing at her
Okay.
fucking mouth.
Okay, bullshit pass. Sollyn takes it off. Yeah, sure, I'll help.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna ritualize cast this motherfucker.
Oh
So
boy,
let's see if I can not fuck it up.
go
Okay.
for it.
You can save it if I do, though.
Okay, try not.
Let's see if... Did you fix the ritualized casting thing?
Nope.
Okay. I can use it off of Uther's sheet.
La da 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 da.
Make sure you don't open Uther's sheet, because it'll fuck it up if you open it on there.
Alrighty.
Okay. Hopefully this is the up-to-date one. Number of extended cycles. This is the first one. Previous cycles, 0. Which class? 0. Doing it once. We're going to do it again. Which brings me to 3. Previous cycle, 1. 0 class. Still fine. And then we do it again. Brings it to 4. Okay. And one more time. To 6. Okay. So I need to make what now? Caster level check to pass spell resistance?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's why I said this will take all fucking day, because...
Alright, you
She's a
ritualized
bitch.
casting. Alright.
Yes. So plus 6 to this roll.
Okay.
So 30.
So 30. Okay. Your weave of what were you casting? Dominate person?
Yes.
Okay. Settles around her and takes
Oh,
effect.
Jesus. We need to cut that down some. The DC is also 3 higher, so it's 22 is DC.
22. Alright. And save and throw. Okay. A dominate person settles around her, seeps in past her flesh and into her body, and permeates through her cranium. She blinks once, and that is it. Wow, but you can't see that because she's blindfolded. So the only way
I
you
just
can tell
I,
is that
I close my eyes and I concentrate on it, and I can tell if the link is there.
yes, and that is how you tell that she is in fact dominated.
I'm not
All right,
say as much.
I'm gonna put my earplugs on.
Good idea, just in case.
Yeah. If you need to communicate with me, we need to teach you Nuberian Sign Language at some point.
We do,
but,
yes. I'll try to learn it.
But you've gotten sort of the gist of it. And so we'll do a quick sign. Do this if you need me to gag her. And he'll give her a quick hand gesture.
And let me do a linguistics check to see how well I understood.
Well, even this could just be any hand gesture. It doesn't even have to be like.
Yeah, even so. Just so we know if I really fuck it up. Okay, probably good enough for you to get the gist.
Just stick up 5 fingers. It's not that hard, Ilaria.
Yeah.
Just make
Okay,
this cool ass
gosh.
gang sign.
Can we do other people's stuff? Because there's gonna be a lot of fucking thinking I gotta do for this shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to think about what you're going to ask first for a while?
Yeah, because this is gonna be a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, and I need to get a drink too. I'm fucking dying of thirst.
All right.
I'll be back.
Okay. Meanwhile, Kurtal. You
Hello.
go and you tell Kamal, hey, Kamal, watch your back. Somebody else might be too.
Yeah, just give her a quick rundown of how Pia found out about some stuff, and she might come and try and talk to you.
And she's like, oh, no. No.
Were you fucking this cat person?
No, it was close to it, though.
Yeah, it's close. And then he done fucked up.
Oh, Pia's gonna kill the both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened was that Kurtal got married, so...
Okay, and all right. Then you go to visit Namowin. Should I switch maps for that? Nah, fuck it.
Don't bother.
All right. You go in there,
We've seen his office.
and you see him sleeping at his desk. His head rocked back. A 2-foot line of drool stretching from his lips to the floor.
It's about half a foot shorter than usual. I guess he's not drinking enough water. And Kurtal will just knock on the desk, sort of softly. I want to wake him up. I don't want to give the guy a heart attack.
Well, he'll lick his lips, and then he'll slurp, and like a fucking string of spaghetti, he just sucks that whole string of drool right back up into his mouth.
Ew.
Swallows and opens his eyes slowly. Oh. What do you want?
Hello, Namwin.
Kurtal.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Well, I was dead. And on a walk.
No. Why'd you die?
Well, I got transformed into a rabbit, and then they cut my throat, and Kurtal will lift up the chain on his neck to show off the big scar.
Didn't you have any anti-polymorph potions?
Unfortunately, no. I don't know the polymorph spells, so I couldn't make an antivenom potion for that.
I should teach that to you. Well, he sits up. I'm glad you're back. I've been needing to speak with you about something.
Well, I'm here. I've got the rest of the day. Had to get myself some nice clothes for the thing we're doing.
Something... I've been very busy lately. There's so much work. There's too much work. And the people that are supposed to work for me, they're never here, or they're dead.
I got better.
Not fast enough. And I needed you to do something, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I understand. I remember. I need you to get me some dragon's blood.
Could I ask why?
Yes.
Will you tell me?
No. I would like to, but I can't. Sworn to secrecy. They made me swear, you know. They had me hold up my hand and everything.
They?
I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you.
Well, I'd hate to do that again.
You don't want to. Each time you die, it gets worse. It's harder to come back. So I hear. It's about to get harder.
I wouldn't know. I've only done it the once.
That's good. I've done it
I could ask Ilaria.
12 times. It's not fun.
I'll take your word for that.
I was a bit reckless in my youth, but, you know, everybody is.
Namon, with no offense meant, what's stopping you from simply purchasing some dragon's blood from the quartermaster?
This is different. See, that's why I needed you! Yes, I need something special. I need, something very special. I need not just dragon's blood. I can get that. Though the fresher the better. If you can get me really fresh, which I'm pretty sure you can. But here's what I need. In addition to dragon's blood. And you can't tell anybody. In fact, put your hand up. You gotta swear to secrecy.
And Kurtal will put his hand up, Scout's honor.
Do you swear to secrecy?
I swear not to repeat what you tell me here.
Alright, that's good enough. Okay. I need a little bit, just a little bit, of, just a little bit of dragon's meat.
I can try, Namwin, although again, I'm wondering why.
It's very important. And it's urgent. That's all I can tell you. Your future depends on this. I can tell you that. A lot of people's futures does.
Mine
does. Yours does. Everybody, whoever comes into this room, does.
Well, Namwin, define some.
Anything more than about a... Well, I'm not really sure how dense dragon meat is. But I'd imagine I wouldn't need much more than the tip of... Well, not the tip of my pinky. My pinky's too small. Let me see your pinky.
Kurtal will hold out his pinky.
There we go. The tip of your pinky. Just across there and about, here, just a little bit down. Not a lot. Just a little sliver. That's it. Of a still living dragon. It can't be a dead dragon. You do not bring me the meat of a dead dragon. At least it can't be dead when you slice it off. You kill it afterwards, that's your choice, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I've met some folks who would have issue with my decision if I did that as well. Namwin, are you sure you can't tell me anything of why you need this? I understand the potency of anything coming from a dragon, believe you me, but what are you making that requires this? That you can't just purchase it?
Do you know what the term... I really shouldn't say, but... I guess I can tell you if you already know a little about it, so I'm going to ask you 3 words, and if you know what any of them mean, I can tell you. One of them actually is relevant, the other 2 have nothing to do with this. But this is to throw off the scent in case you don't know.
That sounds exactly like every conversation I've had with Namwin.
First, do you know what a lariat is?
Yes, I have a couple from my books.
All right. Wow, you're very smart. Okay. Do you know the 5th number of pi? Hurry, hurry, hurry!
I believe it's 2.
Wrong!
It's
Oh.
It's close.
It's 9. think.
It is 9.
It's 5.
Son of a bitch!
Unless you're including the point as a number, it's 5.
Oh.
What is it? 3.1475?
159.
14159. Yep.
The fifth number. 3,
Fifth decimal. Yeah. The fifth
1,
number is 5. Yep.
4, 5, 9.
Namon, that's a
5.
trick question for Namon. He was gonna say wrong no matter what the fuck he said.
You're wrong, Kyle. 9.
Alright.
I'm surprised that this world has knowledge of pi and those numbers.
Of course, pi is universal.
There's only 1 1. There's not 2 1s.
No, it's 14159. That's right.
You have to know pi to be able to build buildings that are bigger than a house. So
All right.
Yeah, you put in an extra 1.
there are castles, so
Okay.
they know a pi.
Very good. You're terrible.
I'm not an engineer.
I don't expect you to be. You can't have a skull that small and know pi. All right. Then the third thing. Have you ever heard of a term called spellbroken?
Spelled like it sounds?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, I know what that is off the top of my head, sort of, but I think that would be a knowledge arcana check, wouldn't it?
It would be, yes, knowledge arcana or history or... That's about it.
Well, my arcana is much higher than my history.
You could do heal. Arcana and history. Arcana will have the lowest penalty, or no penalty. History will have a small one, and heal would have an extreme penalty.
Well, with the 31 and what I can sort of piece together by the term itself.
You've never heard of spellbroken, but you can make, intuitive leaps based on the words. If you want to, that's up to you.
Spellbroken. Is that when you've lost your connection to arcane magic somehow, or when you lose the ability to cast beyond a certain level?
You don't have any idea what that is, do you?
Unfortunately, it's the first I've heard of it. Although it sounds... Honestly, it sounds like a severance from the ability to cast magic at all.
We have somebody in one of our rooms, we'll say. He leans close to you and wiggles his eyebrows. Who is spellbroken? We don't usually encounter spellbroken people. It does not happen often. It does not sense the humbling. I have been tasked with working on an ancient... Oh, it's ancient. Actually, it's only about 1,300 years old. Research to create a cure. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm fairly certain that dragon meat will help me.
Well,
if it comes from the heart of the dragon, it would probably be best, but that's hard to do without killing the dragon.
So I've heard. It's,
Not impossible. We'll save that as a backup plan. First, I just need some dragon meat. From a living dragon, the heart's still pumping. Healthy if you can find one. Preferably one that's not in a hibernative, torpid state somewhere. It has to get exercise, at least 2,500 miles a day.
I'll see what I can do, Namwind. I'll be up in Arethel for a little while with this, event that we've been invited to. But on my return, I'll see if I can bring anything to you.
Alright, good, good. And remember, it's urgent. We only have so long before things Well, it'll be too late.
Is this person that important?
He looks over at his desk and looks at the papers, stares at them for a little bit. Not really. No. If he goes, we'll just replace him, but it would be nice if he didn't go.
Trying to see if I can catch a glimpse at what's on his desk.
About 5 separate stacks of papers, and you fail. Beyond that, you have no idea. You actually think there's 6 stacks when there's not. No, just kidding.
Knowing Namwin, he would have a temporarily displaced desk.
You go to grab the papers, and it's like, son of a bitch, they've been moved 3 inches to the left. Alright. Okay, and that is your conversation with Namwin. Did you want to say or ask anything else to him?
I'm just happy to see you again. Dying makes one realize what they miss.
It's good to see you again, too, Kurtal. You gotta stay alive. It's very important. I did not put all that stuff in your head just for you to go throw your head against the rocks. If you do that, you wasted my time, and then I will hunt you down, and I will make a potion out of you.
I've got a lot of things I need to solve, Namwin. I need to attend your classes, and I need to figure out what happened with the Womerian Weavers, and to figure out if I'm actually related to them at all.
Well, I'm sure you are. The Womerian Weavers were, I don't know, whoever they were, I'm sure they were very prolific.
Were is a good word for it.
Were? Right. Well, I have a lot of work to do here. You caught me right in the middle of it, and I just got to get back to it. So if you'll excuse me.
Thump. Head on the desk.
Good day, sir. All right.
Kurtal will head out, and then he will wait at the meeting spot so that we can teleport back or do whatever we have planned.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to take a break and take a piss, and then we're going to do this interrogation, and then we'll be done with that. Take a break if you need to take one.
Hyperdimensional extra space items.
Mm-hmm.
How would they be affected by shrink item?
The bags themselves?
Yeah, would the bag and everything inside of it be shrunk down? Because I know it worked on a
dimensional
bunch.
space,
No.
so I don't think the stuff inside will be shrunk down.
No.
But like I was saying earlier, this is the way I thought of it. Uncle, you can tell me if I'm wrong. That's fine. I was thinking like it shrinks it, and you can only pull stuff out now that is small enough to be pulled out. Anything bigger, just you can't access.
It depends
Is the way
what it
I
is.
envisioned it.
Handy haversacks you're not going to be able to do with large objects in it.
Yeah, I mean you already can't, but even more so when you shrink it, like you won't be able to pull a book out of there because it's shrunk.
Right. In fact, handy haversack, I don't even think you'll be able to shrink it. Bag of holding, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Why? What are you thinking?
Well, we're going into a situation. We're going to this ball,
Uh-huh.
and it is a very real possibility that we find some hostiles in there.
Mhm.
And we can't go around carting around all our wizard stuff and all our gear because we'll look terrible, and we want to blend in to a degree.
Right.
So what I was thinking is that we shrink down these items, either the bag of holding or the handy haversacks, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And if we need it, it can be returned to its original size by, and I quote, tossing it onto a solid surface or by using a command word from the original caster.
Mm-hmm.
That way we have our stuff if it comes down to a fight or if we need it.
Yeah, that's wow.
I mean, it's an extra dimensional space, so I don't know if shrinking the thing that it's tied to would make a difference, because the bag is just a portal basically. You just make the portal smaller.
Usually, the way that it would work is usually since they're magic items, they would get a saving throw. But since they're
That's
your
true.
magic items, you can say they failed their saving throw intentionally. But you probably wouldn't be able to pull anything out if that was the case.
Yeah, you couldn't pull them out when they're shrunk. They're too small.
For the time being, for the temporary ruling, I will go with that you can shrink the bags. The bag of holding.
Yeah.
The haversack,
'cause-
no.
The haversacks are folded space. The bag is extra dimensional.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But you cannot pull out anything that would be larger than the shrunken. Yeah.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's just fine.
Well, the thing with shrink item, you can do an area, right? Or is it one item?
You can
No.
shrink one item, or you can shrink Yeah, you can shrink an object up to an area size.
Mm-hmm.
An object up to an area
Okay.
size.
Yeah, one touched object of up to 2 cubic feet per level.
Yeah, so only one object. Okay.
Okay, alright.
So we could stick all our stuff in the bag of holding
Okay.
that we think is necessary,
Yeah.
and
Before-
There you go. Alrighty.
Before we get too much into it, are we going to have a game this Sunday?
No.
Okay, good, because Sunday's the day I'm driving back, so I won't be back in time.
Okay.
every other Sunday.
Okay, so the interrogation. You take her to a non-anti-magic room. You have her gagged and all that stuff, and then you dominate her until the dominate person goes through. You ritualize the cast. Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. You throw shit every fucking which way. There's powder all over the goddamn room. And then finally it goes in. Poof. Okay. Do you guys want company, or do you want just left alone with you and Sollyn?
I got that interrogator guy, and he can
And the
just
interrogator guy.
yeah, he can be like backup to make like.
Okay. And the interrogator. Alright. Everybody else leaves you alone. Alright. So it's you three, you four. Okay. Alrighty. Then in this room there is a chair, and there is a very large ledge bolted to the wall, a large shelf essentially for a bed, but that's it. It's just wood. Okay. So, alright, if you want to bring other chairs in or whatever, or you can just stay in whatever. Okay. So, I'll let the interrogation begin. You can just tell me what you do unless you want to dialogue it for some reason.
No. First thing I do is get a journal. I hand it to her and I tell her to write down all the names, drow name, and person they're impersonating that she knows of in Aerithel.
Okay.
You don't have to give me all their names unless there's like some important ones. Like,
Alright, what do
Let's
you
do the
what
important
what bindings do you take off her? Obviously you have to take off the gag.
the gag. Not the blind. I mean, you can write blindfolded pretty easily in one hand,
Okay.
and that's it. I mean, she can't do anything unless I.
Well, she can't write
Tell
unless
her
you
to.
undo her hands.
Yeah, I keep. You undo. I thought they were like each hand individually, and they're cupped together, right?
Each finger and then each wrist is bound together.
Okay, well, we keep the fingers on one. Only her writing hand, we make our fingers free.
Okay. Alright. And her ears, her gag, and one set of fingers free. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Alright, so what was the first, you said have her write down or say what?
I'm having her write down and say aloud the names of every person working with her in Aerithel, their drow name, and the person they were impersonating, or if they're just a person that isn't impersonating, their name, basically.
Okay. Alright. You want which locations?
In Aerithel first.
Aerithel. Okay. And Aerithel. Alright, she starts writing down names. And Okay. She writes down family names. First off, in Arethel, there was, let's see. Arethel is Condella. She writes Darthiel Condella. Which is her name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Saden Condella. Saden.
And who is she impersonating?
He is impersonating a traveling toy maker.
Hmm.
Oh, that cunt. I think I know who that is. Wait, no. Never mind.
Okay. And let's see. Arethel. And Amla Ruel. No, that's the wrong one. Never mind.
I've already forgotten it.
Let me double check that. Okay, I passed it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay. And Amla Ruil Zolukov. Okay.
Who's that person impersonating?
Amla Zolukov. Okay. All right, that person is impersonating someone named Anya.
Well, look at that. I have her describe Anya.
Okay. Anya has long, dark hair, slightly wavy, a little curly. Somewhat good looking, thin. She's disguised as a slave.
Okay. I'm so unsurprised by this outcome. Oh.
Disguised as a slave. Yep, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's all the drow. But what about people that we're just working with, or are there more drows?
That's it.
What about people that were just working with her?
The Blokov, she lists all three of them, and she lists the constable.
Okay.
Tamor. And that is it.
What about her coterie that she had with her?
No.
Who'd have thunk it? Okay. I rip out that sheet of paper that she was writing in thing, call a guard over, tell him to get someone to run it up to the court, not the postmaster, and have it sent to the migrant of Arethel immediately, and that Ilaria Shadowwalker will pay for it.
All right.
Fastest that they can send it.
Okay.
And I'll put more on there, like what these names mean and stuff. Like these are people that are impersonating or working with the drow.
Okay. All right. The guard takes your message and runs off with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, there's that. What other questions? Oh, Jesus. What was their ultimate plan, step by step, in Arethel? Jesus.
Okay, their plan was, she'll say, destabilize Urbal and bring them into war against Azadmir and Leriel.
How did you plan to accomplish this?
Her plan was to, be with the migrant, infiltrate as his wife, and then ensure that he wins the next election by sabotaging the competition. That would give him control over Erethel. And then they were to stage an assassination attempt which would kill the migrant. Making it look like Leriel and Zadmirans did it. Once she was pregnant, she would be declared the regent migrant until the end of his term. Or until the end of the quasi-term, which apparently they have a rule that if somebody dies, their proxy, whomever they choose, stays in for 2 years while elections are held again, prematurely. But it takes them 2 years to prepare for it, give everybody time to prepare. So for 2 years, she'd have full control then.
Gotcha.
And that's all the time she needed.
Of course, yeah. Okay, I asked for specific locations of more birthings of naturalized demons.
Tells you that there are 4 more.
Okay, and where? Specifically as she can muster.
All right, she...
I'll even pull out a map.
Okay.
So she can point.
Okay, she is hesitant to answer at first, and she kind of...
She can't hesitate.
She is hesitant to answer at first.
Okay, that's interesting.
And kind of grunts or groans softly, deeply in her throat. And then she lets out a very loud scream. As soon as it does, you feel that your dominate is immediately broken. Immediately following that, she utters a word, and all the bindings fall off her body instantly. Swift action, liberating command. Primal scream, break enchantment. And she, you have to do a knit check now to see who's going to. Let me clear that first. Or here, I can just go ahead and roll it.
I should have known when you pulled all our tokens up here. Get these out of the way so I could just group and knit them.
Remember, there's the guy with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, apparently the app is not working. Alright, so we'll have to do it. Oh my god, there's a shitload of errors. Okay, I'm just going to turn that off. Okay, fuck that shit. Alright, we're just going to have to roll using the...
I got the same I had in there before. Shouldn't have deleted it.
Is there not a wizard spellbook button anymore?
There is. Still at the top.
Okay.
Just not pink anymore.
Oh, nope. They pulled it up.
Yeah.
They minimized the menu. I always kept it down personally.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't find it.
Alright. Does your init... okay, so you... and I'll add the other guy. I'm just gonna... let's see... Okay, he's going to be 16, so he'll go at the end. Alright. So, Ilaria, you see her just immediately let out this very deep-throated scream, and then start uttering these words in Nuberian, shouting something about breaking and liberation, and immediately the bindings fall off, and she just stands up, throws her head aside as the blindfold falls off her head, and she glares around the room, blinking a few times, taking it in. Your shock and surprise is countered by the fact that she has to take a moment to orient herself in the room, and now everybody is on the same knit level. What are you going to do?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see, what can I do? I'm worried about her getting away.
You can't teleport in or out of the Lyceum, I thought.
You cannot teleport in and out of the Lyceum, no. But you're not in the Lyceum, you're in the fort.
Oh, I thought that... Okay.
Surely the interrogation room would have something, you'd think.
You would
Do I
think
know if it does or
that
not?
the prisoner cells... you're fairly certain. You haven't tested it, but you're fairly certain. You've been told several times that there's precautions to prevent prisoners from teleporting away.
Yeah, I mean, especially if the ones that hold magical people. There's probably a few that aren't, but...
Right.
Okay, so...
Can Sollyn actually use his ready action?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What, ready action?
Yeah, I said earlier he had a garrote around her waiting.
Was he actually just standing there holding a garrote around her?
I would have told him not to have it
You didn't start
completely
squeezing it
tied to
yet.
him, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
it's-
actually
it's like
had
in
it.
front
You,
of her.
you had it around. Okay, so
He didn't
In
have
front
it
of her,
tight, but he
so-
had it ready in case, you know, oh shit.
okay. Fortunately, the command immediately slips it off. You slips out of your hands in one hand and are off from her neck.
Would liberating command work like that on a weapon instead of
It
restraints?
immediately breaks grapples
It's a-
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Gosh. Jeebus. Sorry, this is difficult. I mean, if she can break fucking enchantments at fucking will.
She is a dangerous bitch.
Yeah. Well, first thing I do is yell, "Guards!"
Okay.
And then I'm try to dominate her again.
Oh my
Yeah, so
god.
we'll have- I'm just gonna delete all this and just put the fucking link to the damn spell in here.
There you go. Okay.
I need to make a cash level.
Yeah. You're a mean one,
Oh, nice.
Mr. Grinch. Okay.
She has -2 to her attack or her save. No, she doesn't. I didn't have time to put that up yet.
Okay.
It's not.
And all right. You cast Dominate Person, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Yep. Okay. All right. You cast Dominate Person, and it settles over her again. Okay.
No choker anyway.
I tell her to sit down, and then I use my move action to use Protection from Evil for my bonded item. Swift action. Leave her. Because I haven't had a chance to, like, confirm.
All right. Now, what did you say you did with your swift
I
action?
guess this will confirm it.
What did you say
Yeah,
you did
protection
with your
from
swift action?
Yeah, ready to Swift action to disrupt.
Okay. All right. Okay. You do dominate her, and okay, it goes to her turn. She immediately lets out another loud scream. Let's see if she actually breaks it this time.
How do bards prepare spells?
They don't.
Wow, they're just spontaneous casters?
Let's see. Okay. And
Okay.
11 plus caster level of effect. Okay, what's your caster level?